Chapter 1140. Mother, let me help you. Zhao Yun'er stepped forward and said. Liang Jinqiao waved his hand. It's okay, Yun'er. Mother can do it. You should rest. There's still work to be done later. It's okay, Mother. I'm not tired. Let's do it together. Haha, okay then, child. It's not that I want to nag at you, but you can't be too diligent. Sometimes, you should rest when you need to. There are so many things to do at home. You can't be so clingy about everything, right? Zhao Yun'er laughed. If you can do the work, then do it. Anyway, I can't let you tire yourself out. You really know how to care for others. Sigh, if only Ping'er was half as good as you. Liang Jinqiao sighed. Zhao Yun'er pursed her lips and said helplessly, Mother, it's not that Sister Ping'er doesn't care about others. She just doesn't care about you. I think she treats Qin Yuan quite well. Speaking of this, Liang Jinqiao smiled helplessly. Haha, yes, you're right. But it's good enough that Ping'er cares about others. Haha, while the two of them were talking, they saw Hua Chunhua running toward their house. When she saw Hua Chunhua coming over, Zhao Yun'er frowned. She had a premonition that something bad was going to happen. When Liang Jinqiao saw her, he said to Hua Chunhua, Mother, what are you doing here? What's the matter? This time, Hua Chunhua's attitude was quite good because she had a favor to ask of the third branch. She smiled at Liang Jinqiao and said, Third daughter-in-law, what are you talking about? Can't I come to your house if there's nothing important? Liang Jinqiao pursed his lips and smiled awkwardly. Yes, of course. Then it's settled. As Hua Chunhua spoke, she went directly to Zhao Yun'er's house and sat down on the stool. She was not polite or restrained at all. When Zhao Yun'er saw this, a trace of disgust appeared in her eyes. This damned old hag. Just looking at it made people feel disgusted. Now that he was here, he deliberately dawdled and did not say it directly. However, Zhao Yun'er felt that it must be something bad. Mother, is there really nothing wrong? Liang Jinqiao could not help but ask again. Seeing Hua Chunhua coming over, it was really awkward. Hee, my third daughter-in-law, now that you mention it, I do have something to ask of you. Hua Chunhua said with a hypocritical smile. Looking at Hua Chunhua's fake smile, Zhao Yun'er felt even more disgusted. If there was something, then there was something. Why did he have to go through so much trouble? It was as if she was the one who came over and did not want to trouble their family. Mother, if there's anything, just say it. Are you embarrassed? Liang Jinqiao asked. Well, third daughter-in-law, then I'll say it directly. Actually, it's not a big deal. It's about youngest sister's marriage. Liang Jinqiao's eyes flashed with confusion. Youngest sister's marriage? Hasn't youngest sister's marriage been decided? Yes, it has been decided. Young Master Meng has also sent something over. However, the wedding will be held in 3 days. Initially, I wanted your youngest sister to get married in a grand manner. After all, she's so old and it's not easy for her to get married. When Liang Jinqiao heard this, he nodded behind her. Indeed, it was not easy for Zhao Xinhui to get married, let alone for a rich man like young Master Meng. Chapter 1141. But Hua Chunhua paused and looked at Liang Jinqiao. But what, mother? Sigh. Third brother's wife. It's because time is too tight. I originally wanted to make a wedding dress for your younger sister's wedding, but now it seems that it won't be possible. I see. Liang Jinqiao felt a little regretful when she heard this. She also felt sorry for Zhao Xinhui. She could completely understand Hua Chunhua's current feelings. After all, when she married Zhao Ping'er, she also wanted to give all the good things to Zhao Ping'er. Mother, what are you going to do now? Liang Jinqiao asked. Hua Chunhua smiled at Zhao Yun'er and said, So third brother's wife, didn't you come looking for me? Liang Jinqiao was even more stunned. Mother, what does this have to do with me? What can I do to help? Third brother's wife, of course you can help. You can even help a lot. It's like this. I was thinking that Ping'er got married previously, right? That wedding dress is very nice. So I was wondering if I could ask Ping'er to lend it to Hui-er. In this way, Hui-er will not only be able to wear the wedding dress, but also save a sum of money. Otherwise, it would cost a lot of money to make a new one. These wedding dresses can only be worn once, so it's really a waste to spend this money. It's fine if we don't have it, but since we have it, why don't we let Ping borrow it once? After speaking, Hua Chunhua looked at Liang Jinqiao and waited for Liang Jinqiao's answer. However, Liang Jinqiao fell silent and frowned, looking very conflicted. Hua Chunhua was a little unhappy and asked Liang Jinqiao, "Third brother's wife, this isn't a big deal, right? I'm not asking for too much. Your younger sister is getting married, so as her brothers and sisters-in-law, you should naturally be happy for her and help her as much as you can. I'm not asking you to fork out money. It's just a wedding dress. It's not a big loss at all." After hearing Hua Chunhua's complaint, Liang Jinqiao quickly explained, "Mother, it's not that I'm stingy and unwilling, but this matter has to be discussed with Ping. It's only if Ping agrees. I can't force her, right?" Hua Chunhua snorted and said, "Third brother's wife, I'm not scolding you, but what kind of mother are you? Could it be that he couldn't even order his own daughter around? Look at Ping wedding. How glorious it was for her. If he doesn't agree to such a big thing, you can scold him. Really, Ping is also pampered by you like a treasure. If it were my daughter, she would be controlled in minutes." Liang Jinqiao sighed slightly. Hua Chunhua said it so easily. If it were her turn, it probably wouldn't be like this. Zhao Ping was stubborn. It was useless to order her around. She could only be coaxed. However, Hua Chunhua probably really didn't have a way and could only borrow it from Zhao Ping. Therefore she said to Hua Chunhua, "Mother, don't be angry. I'll discuss this matter with Ping. When the time comes, she can lend it to younger sister. Won't it be fine?" Hua Chunhua's expression became much better. "That's fine. You should tell Ping about this matter. This matter has to be done quickly. Your younger sister is getting married in 3 days. You can't delay it." Chapter 1142. All right, that's settled then. Third daughter-in-law, I'll leave this matter to you. No matter what, your younger sister has to wear a wedding gown to get married. Our old Zhao family's reputation must not be tarnished. Hua Chunhua exhorted. "Mother, I know. Don't worry." Hua Chunhua responded. Zhao Yun'er stood aside and did not utter a word. Seeing that Hua Chunhua was so shameless, she really did not know what to say. However, she wanted to see how Zhao Ping would react when the time came. It would be best if she would fight with Hua Chunhua. Then, there would be a good show to watch. That was why she chose to stand by and not get involved in this matter. She thought that Hua Chunhua could leave after she was done with this matter. However, Hua Chunhua had no intention of leaving at all. Instead, she continued to sit on the stool and dawdle. Liang Jinqiao could not help but ask again, "Mother, is there anything else?" Hua Chunhua nodded and responded, "Third daughter-in-law, there's one more thing." Zhao Yun'er could not help but mock. "Grandmother, what's the matter? Can you say it clearly in one breath? Why are you so slow? Why don't you stop talking?" Hua Chunhua was a little angry at Zhao Yun'er's words. Why was this girl's attitude like this? In any case, she was her elder, right? She really did not take her seriously at all. This was too much. If it were any other time, Hua Chunfang might have exploded. This time, it was rare that she did not argue with Zhao Yun'er. Instead, she suppressed her anger. Hua Chunhua knew that she now had a favor to ask of Zhao Yun'er. It was not worthwhile to offend Zhao Yun'er at this time. Therefore, instead of getting angry, she smiled at Zhao Yun'er and said, "Why are you so anxious, girl? Usually, I don't come to your third branch's room to sit. Now that I'm here, can't you let me sit for a while?" Liang Jinqiao said, "Yun'er, stop nagging at your grandmother. Let her sit for a while. Mother, tell me, what else do you need my help with?" Hua Chunhua squeezed out a fake smile and said, "Third daughter-in-law, Pinger is getting married. Your family's banquet is really good. Everyone in our village is praising it." Speaking of this, Liang Jinqiao smiled and said, "Well, mother, it's all because of Yun'er. Otherwise, it wouldn't have been done so well. They like Yun'er's cooking." After Liang Jinqiao finished speaking, Hua Chunhua followed Liang Jinqiao and praised Zhao Yun'er, which was rare. "Haha, yes, it's all because of Yun'er. Yun'er is really good. She has brought honor to our old Zhao family." Hua Chunhua's eyes fell on Zhao Yun'er as she spoke. Zhao Yun'er's mouth twitched. She did not take Hua Chunhua's praise as a compliment. She knew very well that Hua Chunhua must be up to no good. Mother, it's not as good as you said. It's just a meal. Liang Jinqiao said with a smile. Haha, third daughter-in-law, I'm thinking that since Yuaner's cooking is so good, the people in the village say that it's better than the chefs outside. So, I'm thinking that when your little sister gets married, we'll hold a banquet. Can Yuner also help to cook? When the dishes are delicious, you want to make your little sister proud. After Hua Chunhua finished speaking, Liang Jinqiao did not know what to say, so his eyes fell on Zhao Yuner. Chapter 1143. It just so happened that their stall had been smashed earlier, and they had no way to set up a stall on the streets. They had the time. In addition, for his little sister's wedding, the other branches of the family naturally had to help out where they could. They couldn't be too fussy about their relationship as brothers and sisters-in-law. Otherwise, they wouldn't be like a family. However, it was still Zhao Yuner who made the decision. After all, Zhao Yuner was the one who worked herself to death. Moreover, Zhao Yuner had a lot of things to do. Zhao Yuner's mouth curled up, revealing a sarcastic smile. How interesting. She actually wanted her to help out. She didn't know where she got this thick skin from. Seeing that Zhao Yuner didn't say anything, Hua Chunhua was a little anxious. I say, Yuner, you're not unwilling to help out, are you? Your aunt is getting married, and I just want you to help cook. It's not a big deal. Zhao Yuner snorted softly. I say, grandmother, it's easy for you to say that. What do you mean it's just cooking? This isn't an easy job. It's tiring. Hua Chunhua's lips twitched. It's a little tiring. But that's your aunt. You lass, you don't even want to help out with your aunt's wedding. Do you have any conscience? Zhao Yuner's sarcastic smile deepened. I say, grandmother, you're really interesting. What do you mean by I have no conscience? I'm just speaking the truth. For so many years, old Zhao's family didn't give me anything. Why do I need to help out? Besides, we've already separated from the family. Our third branch has nothing to do with the Zhao family. We're not obligated to help out. Hua Chunhua glared at Zhao Yuner angrily. Why are you so stingy? I'm stingy? How am I stingy? When my sister Ping held a wedding banquet, grandmother didn't reach out to help. Why do I have to help out when my aunt is holding a wedding banquet? After being refuted by Zhao Yuner, Hua Chunhua didn't know what to say for a moment. She regretted not intervening at that time. Otherwise, wouldn't she be able to refute Zhao Yuner now? Yun, lass, you didn't call me over at that time. Hua Chunhua mumbled, somewhat lacking in confidence. Oh! Zhao Yuner sneered and felt even more ironic. Indeed, only a thick-skinned person could say such words. How could an ordinary person have the nerve to say such words? Grandmother. Anyway, younger aunt married well, and they gave a lot of betrothal gifts. Later on, you can spend some money to hire a chef to help cook, can't you? How could Hua Chunhua be willing to spend this money? If she was willing, she wouldn't have come over to talk to Zhao Yuner about this matter. She was even angered by Zhao Yuner. Lass, didn't the people in the village say that the food you cook is better than other chefs? If you cook, your aunt's wedding banquet will be more glorious. It's much better than hiring a chef. Hua Chunhua's eyes turned and continued to talk to Zhao Yuner. Zhao Yuner coldly glanced at Hua Chunhua. This old woman was really too difficult to deal with. Dealing with this kind of thick-skinned person was really beyond Zhao Yuner's imagination. She had already clearly rejected Hua Chunhua. She didn't know what else Hua Chunhua wanted. Chapter 1144. But what? Hua Chunhua looked at Zhao Yuner eagerly. No matter what, she still hoped that she could save that sum of money. Zhao Yuner curled the corners of her mouth and said, But grandma, you have to pay me. What? Pay you? Hua Chunhua replied in a daze, her eyes wide open. She did not expect that Zhao Yuner would actually talk to her about her salary. This girl actually had the nerve to ask for it. It was too much. If she really paid Zhao Yuner, then she would not be taking advantage of Zhao Yuner at all. Instead, she would let Zhao Yuner earn her money. That would not do. Hua Chuanhua's calculations did not allow her to do that.
Zhao Yun'er nodded and said, "Yes, Grandma."
Do you have to pay a chef to cook for you? Since you think that I can cook better than the chefs, then pay me and I'll cook for you. But you said it yourself. Since I can cook better than the chefs, you naturally have to pay me more. Hiring a slightly better chef requires 1 or 2 taels of silver. You just have to pay me 2 taels of silver. When the time comes, I guarantee that the dishes at the banquet will be satisfactory. After Zhao Yun'er finished speaking, she looked at Hua Chunhua. The smile at the corner of her mouth was faintly discernible, but a trace of calculation flashed in her eyes. Based on her understanding of Hua Chunhua would definitely not be willing to spend this money. However, if Hua Chunhua was willing to pay her 2 taels of silver, she could help cook a meal. After all, there was no way to run the breakfast stall now. She would not let go of the opportunity to earn money for nothing. The amount of money Hua Chun had spent on food and accommodation made her heart ache. When Hua Chunhua heard this, she was even more stunned. I say, Yun'er girl, how can you be like this? Do I need to pay for my own banquet? If I gave you 2 taels of silver, why would I come looking for you? I might as well go out and find a chef. Hua Chunhua said angrily to Zhao Yun'er. She looked like she wanted to go forward and teach Zhao Yun'er a lesson.
Zhao Yun'er shrugged. Mother, if that's the case, then forget it.
Grandmother, you can go out and find a cook.
Anyway, if you don't give me 2 taels of silver, I won't help.
You. Hua Chunhua glared at Zhao Yun'er, but she couldn't teach Zhao Yun'er a lesson. She could only be angry. Liang Jinqiao watched from the side and frowned worriedly. Hua Chunhua vented her anger on Liang Jinqiao. I say, third daughter-in-law, why don't you tell your daughter that she can't even help? Is she still a member of old Zhao's family? Liang Jinqiao's face was bitter. What could she say? She couldn't do anything if Zhao Yun'er didn't agree. She could only persuade Hua Chunhua. Mother, Yun'er is no longer a member of old Zhao's family. A married daughter is like spilled water. 3 years ago, Mother, you said that our old Zhao's family didn't have such a girl. When Liang Jinqiao said this, Hua Chunhua choked for a moment. She seemed to have said this sentence before. Zhao Yun'er smiled sarcastically. Previously, those people who felt that Zhao Yun'er was a disgrace to old Zhao's family had mocked the original owner. Now, when she needed help, she was pulled back to old Zhao's side. There were indeed enough shameless people in this world. Chapter 1145. Hua Chunhua snorted coldly and said, Give 2 taels of silver to Yun'er? What wishful thinking. If I go out and hire a chef, I definitely won't spend 2 taels of silver. Zhao Yun'er said indifferently, Grandmother, if that's the case, then go out and hire a chef. I didn't ask you to spend money to hire me. At this moment, Hua Chunhua's expression was abnormally ugly. Since Zhao Yun'er didn't agree, she couldn't force her and could only leave the third branch's room in a huff. Now it seemed that she could only hire a chef. In any case, she didn't want Zhao Yun'er to take advantage of her. This little b*****. When she had the chance, she would definitely teach her a lesson. She watched as Hua Chunhua left the third branch's room. Only then did Zhao Yun'er feel that the air was much fresher. It was really annoying to have a disgusting person loitering around in front of her. Sigh, Liang Jinqiao sighed. Thinking that there were so many things going on at home, she felt a little worried. She wasn't like Zhao Yun'er. Sometimes, she couldn't put down her face and was embarrassed to reject Hua Chunhua. Yun'er, I don't know if your sister Ping-er will come over tomorrow. Otherwise, I'll have to make a trip to her place, Liang Jinqiao muttered. Mother. If you want to go, then let youngest aunt go. Anyway, she's the one who's going to borrow the wedding dress. Why should you run errands? Liang Jinqiao sighed. Let's see if you have time tomorrow. If not, tell your youngest aunt and let her do it herself. Okay. Mother. If there's nothing else, I'll go back first. Okay, go ahead. Liang Jinqiao responded. Zhao Yun'er was anxious to go back. She wanted to go to the mountains to pick some tea leaves. If she could get more tea leaves, she could sell them earlier. She hoped that this method of earning money would work. On the other side, family Qin. The reason why Qin Yuan and Zhao Ping didn't go to old Zhao's house today was that Qin Yuan had fallen ill. After returning home from old Zhao's house, Qin Yuan was very sad. As a big man, he couldn't stop crying under the quilt. Not because of anything else, but because Zhao Xinhui was about to get married. Seeing the woman he loved getting married, he felt terrible, but there was nothing he could do. He couldn't stop it at all. Because he didn't have the ability, he was despised. Thinking of this, Qin Yuan had never felt so useless before. He was a man, but because of his lack of ability, he couldn't even fight for the woman he loved to be with him. When he thought about how he could only marry an ugly and stupid woman like Zhao Ping'er, he felt even worse. He had to be capable and stand out among his peers. Thinking about it was one thing, but doing it was too difficult. It wasn't as if he hadn't thought about standing out before. His family's conditions were right here. His family didn't have the money to send him to school, even if he wanted to study and pass the imperial examinations. If he started studying now, it would already be over. Everyone else started studying from a young age. As for starting a business, he didn't have any connections, let alone capital. How could he make money like this? Qin Yuan lay on the bed. The more he thought about it, the more desperate he felt. Why was it like this? Could it be that his life was going to be like this? He couldn't accept it. He couldn't accept it. After crying for an entire night, Qin Yuan fell ill on the bed and couldn't get up the next day. Zhao Ping'er was very worried when she saw Qin Yuan like this. He stood beside Qin Yuan, greeting him here and there. "Big brother Yuan, how are you? Don't scare me," Zhao Ping'er asked with a frown. Chapter 1146. Qin Yuan frowned and said to Zhao Ping'er, "Get lost. Get lost. Get lost. Don't loiter in front of me." After saying that, Qin Yuan coughed violently because he was angry. When Zhao Ping'er saw that, she was so worried that she was about to cry. What exactly happened to her big brother Yuan? He was fine, but he fell sick. Although she knew that Qin Yuan was very sad because of her aunt's marriage, he couldn't be like this, right? This person fell sick to such an extent that he couldn't get out of bed. It was really too scary. "Big brother Yuan." Zhao Ping'er pouted aggrievedly. She was clearly concerned about Qin Yuan, but Qin Yuan treated her so disdainfully. It would be a lie to say that she wasn't sad. She was already sad enough because of Qin Yuan's aunt's matter. However, she really liked Qin Yuan too much, so she couldn't be angry at Qin Yuan, let alone criticize Qin Yuan. After all, she was really too humble in front of Qin Yuan. She could only carefully flatter Qin Yuan. Otherwise, she was afraid that he would chase her away. In that case, she wouldn't even have the chance to stay by his side. "Zhao Ping'er, I don't want to see you. Get out of my room quickly," Qin Yuan berated. Zhao Ping'er originally wanted to continue saying something and wasn't willing to leave. However, when the Qin couple saw that, they hurriedly pulled Zhao Ping'er away. "Ping'er girl, get out quickly. Don't agitate Yuan-er." Zhao Ping'er pouted and nodded aggrievedly. Mu Chunfeng sighed and looked at the pale-faced and half-dead Qin Yuan on the bed. His heart ached terribly as he muttered, "Sigh, why did my Yuan become like this? He was fine but he fell sick. Ping'er girl, did you do something to Yuan-er?" Mu Chunfeng looked at Zhao Ping'er suspiciously. Other than Zhao Ping'er, the others didn't do anything to Qin Yuan at all. Could it be that this girl made Yuan-er angry in some way? Zhao Ping'er hurriedly waved her hand and said, "Mother, I didn't do anything to big brother Yuan." However, Mu Chunfeng didn't believe her. "Didn't? Why would Yuan be like this if he wasn't fine?" Zhao Ping'er grumbled aggrievedly. "Mother, I didn't do anything to big brother Yuan." Mu Chunfeng snorted lightly. "That's really strange. Why would my family's Yuan be like this?" "Mother, I really didn't." As Zhao Ping'er spoke, a trace of pain appeared in her eyes. Looking at Qin Yuan's half-dead appearance, she didn't know what to do. But she wasn't a doctor. She had no way to treat Qin Yuan. Mu Chunfeng's eyes turned. He saw that Zhao Ping'er didn't seem to be lying. However, he felt that Zhao Ping'er definitely had something to do with it. Thinking about it, he felt that it might have something to do with what the man and woman did at night. These few days, the two of them had been tormenting each other fiercely at night. His Yuan-er's body wasn't very good to begin with. So after that torment every night, his body was hollowed out. That was why he fell sick and couldn't get out of bed. This was definitely because Zhao Ping asked Qin Yuan to do too much at night. Qin Yuan couldn't support his body. Mu Chunfeng was furious when he thought of this. He glared at Zhao Ping fiercely. You damn girl. Why did our family Qin marry such a shameless woman? Chapter 1147. Was Mu Chunfeng talking about her? But why did he have to say that about her? How was she shameless? Why did he have to scold her for no reason? Zhao Ping looked at Mu Chunfeng in confusion. She asked Mu Chunfeng, Mother, are you scolding me? The corners of Mu Chunfeng's mouth twitched. He glared fiercely at Zhao Ping and said to Zhao Ping, What do you think? Isn't that right? Who else is here for me to scold? Zhao Ping pursed her lips. Mother, why are you scolding me for no reason? I didn't do anything. How am I shameless? After Zhao Ping replied, Mu Chunfeng became even angrier. You lass. You're still not admitting it. Don't think that I don't know why our Yuan fell sick. It's all because of you. Mother, what did I do? I didn't do anything to Big Brother Yuan. Besides, Qin Yuan's illness was all because of her aunt, all right? If they were to talk about shamelessness, it should be her aunt. How could it be her? Zhao Ping was unconvinced and did not know what to say. Ping lass, aren't you ashamed of dragging our Yuaner to do those things every night? You don't know how to control yourself every day. Our Yuan fell sick because of you. Seriously, you just got married and you're already tormenting him day and night. You even tormented your own man until he fell sick in bed. Aren't you ashamed if this gets out? Tell me, why are your desires so strong? What right do you have to do this? After Mu Chunfeng finished scolding, he blushed. After all, it was difficult to talk about this matter, so his face turned red for a moment. Zhao Ping was stunned by Mu Chunfeng's scolding. Her face flushed. She knew what Mu Chunfeng was referring to. But Qin Yuan clearly did not fall sick because of this. Mu Chunfeng really knew how to overthink things. Mother. No. Big Brother Yuan didn't fall sick because of this. Zhao Ping defended herself. No, then tell me what's the reason. Do you think my family's Yuaner will fall ill? Mother. Mu Chunfeng was furious. When she saw Zhao Ping she felt a little disgusted. She waved her hand at Zhao Ping and said, Go quickly. Call the village doctor over and let him take a good look at my family's Yuaner's illness. If anything major happens to my family's Yuaner, see if I skin you alive later. After Mu Chunfeng finished speaking, Zhao Ping could only nod in agreement. She was afraid that if she disobeyed, she would make Mu Chunfeng angry again. This was family Qin, not her own home. She didn't have the chance to be willful. Moreover, Qin Yuan couldn't lie on the bed like this. She had to call a doctor over to take a look. Okay. Let me go now. Just as she was about to leave, she suddenly thought of something and stopped in her tracks. Mu Chunfeng asked impatiently, Why haven't you gone yet, lass? What are you waiting for? Zhao Ping muttered pitifully, Mother, I want to call a doctor, but I don't know where the village doctor lives. This wasn't Xuelan village. She had just married into this village and didn't know much about it. Mu Chunfeng glared at Zhao Ping and said, Then tell me what else you can do. Chapter 1148. Qin Chuan was unwilling to be ordered by Mu Chunfeng to accompany Zhao Ping to call Dr. Sunday. Qin Chuan had a lot of opinions about Zhao Ping. He hated Zhao Ping whenever he saw her. He complained unhappily, Mother, I don't want to accompany the ugly monster. Why? Mu Chunfeng looked at Qin Chuan in confusion. Qin Chuan continued, Mother, the ugly monster is ugly and stupid. She's also evil. I don't want to accompany her. Seeing Qin Chuan's unhappy expression, Mu Chunfeng could only coax him. All right, Chuaner, hurry up and go. Don't argue with her. Call Dr. Sun over. He still has to treat your brother Yuan. Look at your brother lying on the bed. He's already like this. Qin Chuan glanced at Qin Yuan on the bed. He was more concerned about this brother of his. After hesitating for a moment, Qin Chuan shouted, Mother, all right then, I'll go with the ugly freak. Mu Chunfeng chuckled. Go, go. My Chuan is so obedient. Qin Chuan responded reluctantly. There was a trace of disdain in his eyes when he looked at Zhao Ping-er. Zhao Ping-er was almost angered to death by Qin Chuan. This Qin Chuan. If she had the chance, she would definitely teach him a lesson. How dare she despise him? She didn't even despise him. This fool has always been like this. The more she thought about it, the angrier Zhao Ping-er became. Seeing Zhao Ping-er in a daze, Qin Chuan shouted at Zhao Ping-er in disdain. Ugly monster, what are you doing? Why aren't you following? Zhao Ping-er glared at Qin Chuan angrily. I'm coming, I'm coming. What are you shouting for? Ugly monster. Zhao Ping-er felt that if this continued, she would really go crazy from anger because of Qin Chuan. No one would be able to stand being chased by an idiot all day long and calling her ugly. Qin Chuan brought Zhao Ping-er to Dr. Sun's house. Then, he brought Dr. Sun over to check on Qin Yuan's illness. After reading it, Dr. Sun kept shaking his head, which made Mu Chunfeng nervous. Dr. Sun, what illness does my family's Yuaner have? What happened? Dr. Sun sighed and said, actually, it's not a serious illness. It's just that anger attacked the heart and caused the blood to surge. That's why it's such a serious illness. In the end, it's still a knot in my heart. If I don't untie this knot, it'll probably be hard for me to recover in a short period of time. Hearing Dr. Sun's words, Mu Chunfeng immediately became anxious. Anger attacking the heart? A knot in your heart? What the hell is going on? Why was his Yuaner like this? Dr. Sun nodded and said, yes, family Qin sister-in-law, your daughter's illness must have been caused by something. If the knot in his heart was not untied, it would not be enough to rely on medicine alone. Family Qin sister-in-law, did he suffer some kind of blow recently? Mu Chunfeng thought for a moment. Blow? What kind of blow did my family's Yuaner suffer? Mu Chunfeng thought for a moment. Nothing happened at home. Unless it was because of Zhao Ping-er. Thinking back to the past, every time Qin Yuan and Zhao Ping-er were done, Bao would look very disgusted. Was it because Zhao Ping-er suddenly ate too much that he couldn't take it psychologically or physically? Was that why there was a knot in his heart and he couldn't get up? If that was the case, wouldn't it be because of Zhao Ping-er again? At the thought of this, Mu Chunfeng gritted her teeth fiercely. Zhao Ping-er, that little b*tch, she would teach him a lesson later. Right now, her family's Yuana was more important. Chapter 1149. Dr. Sun sighed again. I'll prescribe some medicine for him first, and then you can talk to him. He'll probably be much better after that. Let's give it a try first. I'll come back later to take a look. Mu Chunfeng could only nod and agree. All right then, Dr. Sun, please prescribe my family's Yuaner's medicine first. He'll definitely be much better after taking some medicine. If this illness dragged on, she was afraid that Qin Yuan wouldn't be able to hold on. Mu Chunfeng only had 2 sons, and the other one was still a fool, so the family could only count on Qin Yuan now. No matter what, nothing could happen to Qin Yuan. Dr. Sun nodded and said, all right, then I'll prescribe it for you. Ask your wife to come to my place to get the medicine later. Mu Chunfeng nodded repeatedly. All right, Dr. Sunday. By the way, how much does this medicine cost in total? Mu Chunfeng was most concerned about the issue of money. After all, under normal circumstances, it was expensive to see a doctor, and country people like them didn't have much money. Dr. Sun replied, 500 copper coins. When he heard Dr. Sun say 500 copper coins, Mu Chunfeng couldn't help but let out an ah. It actually cost 500 copper coins just to get a few sets of medicine. Wasn't this too expensive? Dr. Sun, it's still 500 copper coins? Mu Chunfeng asked. Her face was full of pain and her expression was very ugly. Dr. Sun responded faintly, 500 copper coins isn't much. This is the cost of my medicinal herbs. Since we're villagers, I've already given you a lot of discounts. If you think it's too expensive, you don't have to buy it. Mu Chunfeng hurriedly said, No, how can I do that? Dr. Sun, I'm just saying. I don't mean anything. I still have to buy it. If that's the case, then pay first. I don't take credit here. You also know that there are too many people in the village who take credit. Everyone owes a lot. If this continues, I won't be able to see patients.
Mu Chuanfeng's mouth twitched. All right, Dr. Sun, I'll go get it for you now. Dr. Sun replied indifferently.
Mu Chunfeng dug out 500 copper coins from the bottom of the wardrobe. When he handed it to Dr. Sun, his face was full of heartache and reluctance. But for the sake of Qin Yuan's illness, he had no choice but to pay.
Losing 500 copper coins all of a sudden, she felt as if a piece of flesh had been dug out of her heart.
It was extremely painful. After Dr. Sun left, Mu Chunfeng sent Zhao Pinger to get the medicine. In the end, only Mu Chunfeng and Qin Yuan were left in the room. Mu Chunfeng sat in front of Qin Yuan and said earnestly to Qin Yuan, Yuan, Dr. Sun said that this is a knot in your heart. Tell mother what exactly is going on. Is it Pinger? Qin Yuan looked up at Mu Chunfeng but did not answer. However, from Mu Chunfeng's point of view, Qin Yuan had tacitly agreed. She sighed and said to Qin Yuan, Hi, Yuan, mother knows that you're not happy to marry Pinger, but you don't have to be like this, right? Look at you, you're so angry that you're sick, but Pinger is still alive and kicking.
Qin Yuan opened his mouth weakly and said to Mu Chunfeng, Mother, I don't want to see that woman Zhao Pinger.
Tell her not to walk around in front of me.
As long as I don't see her, I'll definitely recover.
Mu Chunfeng said with a bitter face. Don't let her walk around in front of you? How can that be? Pinger will sleep in the same room as you at night. She'll definitely see you. Then I'll sleep in your room. I just don't want to see her. Chapter 1150. This. I say, Yuan, wouldn't that mean that our whole family will be squeezed into one room? That's not convenient. Why don't we just let Pinger come over at night and not let him disturb you during the day? Mu Chunfeng persuaded. Mother, I don't want to. I don't want to sleep in the same room as her. Let Qin Chuan sleep in the same room with her at night.
That way, it won't be so cramped when you, father, and I sleep in the same room.
Qin Yuan said, his attitude somewhat resolute. Mu Chunfeng felt that this would not work, but he also thought that if he did not agree to Qin Yuan's request, Qin Yuan would probably not be able to resolve the knot in his heart.
When that time came, his illness would not be cured, and the situation would be serious.
Mu Chunfeng could only sigh and say, Sigh Yuan, that's all we can do. But Yuan, you said that Chuaner and Zhao Pinger don't get along. Will he be unwilling? This was the problem that Mu Chunfeng was worried about. After all, Qin Chuan's intelligence was abnormal, and they could not use normal methods to persuade him. If Qin Chuan was dead set on it, they could not do anything about it. Qin Yuan said, Mother, then think of a way. If it really doesn't work, then the three of us can only squeeze in the same room. Mu Chunfeng sighed and said, All right, then mother will go and talk to him. Qin Yuan nodded. Zhao Pinger went to Dr. Sun's place, and in a short while, she came back with the medicine. Mother, I brought the medicine back. Zhao Pinger greeted Mu Chunfeng. Go and brew the medicine since you brought it back. What are you still standing there for? Mu Chunfeng replied with some displeasure.
Zhao Pinger looked at the medicine in her hand and shouted to Mu Chunfeng again. Mother, I've never seen it before.
Do you know how to brew medicine? When Mu Chunfeng heard this, he wanted nothing more than to rush out and teach Zhao Pinger a lesson. This girl really doesn't know anything. Could it be that he was counting on her to brew the medicine? If it was something else, she might have asked Zhao Pinger to figure it out. However, she had spent 500 copper coins to get this medicine. She couldn't bear to give it to Zhao Pinger casually and let Zhao Pinger ruin it.
After Mu Chunfeng came out of the house, he took the medicine from Zhao Pinger and glared at Zhao Pinger.
You wretched girl. You made your man sick, and now you don't even know how to brew medicine. I think you're useless except for eating shit. After being scolded by Mu Chunfeng, Zhao Pinger didn't feel good. What did he mean by she didn't know how to do anything other than eat shit? Hadn't she been cooking and washing clothes for the past 2 days? When he was in old Zhao's house, he didn't do this kind of work.
Now, he was much more diligent in coming over, but he was still despised.
Mother. Zhao Pinger looked at Mu Chunfeng and blurted out,
Mother, I'm not like what you said. Big brother Yuan, this illness wasn't caused by me.
Why are you blaming everything on me?
All right, don't say any more. Today's medicine cost 500 copper coins. Our family doesn't have much money, but we spent so much today.
Mu Chunfeng still felt the pinch when he thought about it.
Finally, his gaze landed on Zhao Ping-er. Mother, why are you looking at me like that? Ping-er girl, Yuaner's illness was caused by you, so for this illness, you have to pay.
Zhao Ping-er was stunned by Mu Chunfeng's words. Pay? She paid?
Did she hear wrongly?
Chapter 1151.
Putting aside the fact that Qin Yuan's illness had nothing to do with her, it was all because of her youngest aunt. Even if it had something to do with her, she shouldn't have to fork out the money. She had already married into the family Qin, so wasn't she a member of the family Qin? Why should there be any distinction between you and me in a family? Zhao Ping-er's eyes turned and she said to Mu Chunfeng, Mother, where would I get the money from? Didn't my elder sister give you the dowry she brought over when she got married? When Zhao Ping-er got married, the money she brought over was what the third branch had agreed with the family Qin, which was a few taels of silver. In the countryside, the dowry was already considered very generous. Moreover, Zhao Yuner's family had helped the family Qin a lot. Mu Chunfeng snorted lightly and said, Didn't you only bring a few taels of silver? My Yuan suffered such a big loss marrying you, and that money is for our family as compensation. Don't tell me you're still thinking about it? Zhao Ping-er hurriedly waved her hand and said, Mother, I didn't say that I'm thinking about it. It's just that. You shouldn't let me take the 500 copper coins for the medicine. After all, I don't have any money. If I did have money, I would have given it to you too. Mu Chunfeng said with a cold face, You don't have money, but your maternal family does. I say, Ping-er girl, hurry and go to your maternal family to ask for some money. Other than the 500 copper coins for the medicine, you need to ask for another 500 copper coins. This way, you can buy some good food for your man to nourish his body. After such a serious illness, you definitely need to buy some good food to nourish his body. Otherwise, how can it be done? Zhao Ping-er's face showed a trace of difficulty. Ask her maternal family for money? And one tael of silver at once? Even if she had the nerve to ask, her parents might not necessarily give it to her. After all, they had just settled their marriage and spent a lot of money. Adding on her dowry, they probably didn't have much money left. Mother, this isn't a good idea, is it? Zhao Ping-er asked weakly. After asking, she saw Mu Chunfeng's face darkened. Not good? What's wrong with that? You are doing this for your husband, not for us. But I don't think my parents will give it to me. As soon as Zhao Ping-er finished speaking, Mu Chunfeng started scolding her. You don't know how to give it to me? Why not? Your family is so rich. What's wrong with giving more money to your daughter? Humph, I think it's you who doesn't have any ability. I don't know what use I have for you. It's fine if you can't do the chores at home, but you can't even ask for money. Zhao Ping-er was scolded badly by Mu Chun. She could only reply, Mother? All right then, I'll go back and ask for it. If you can't get it, then there's nothing I can do. Hearing Zhao Ping-er's words, Mu Chunfeng's expression softened a little. All right then, go and ask for it. Anyway, try your best to get it back for me. Zhao Ping-er replied weakly, Mother, I'll try. I'll try my best. It was getting late, so Zhao Ping-er wanted to wait until the next day to ask for it. Today, she would serve Qin Yuan well. She didn't want Qin Yuan's condition to worsen. If Qin Yuan died, then she would become a widow. She had finally married him, and she hadn't even enjoyed the feeling of a man for a few times. If he died just like that, she wouldn't be able to accept it. After Mu Chunfeng decocted Qin Yuan's medicine, he moved Qin Yuan into his room. Chapter 1152. Mu Chunfeng said with a cold face, Yuan said that he doesn't want to see you, so let's move to another room for him. Otherwise, who knows when he'll recover from his illness? Zhao Ping-er frowned. But mother, that's not very good. Then all of you will be squeezed into one room. It's better to let brother Yuan sleep in the same room as me. When Mu Chunfeng heard Zhao Ping'er's words, she glanced at Zhao Ping'er with some disdain. She knew very well what this little B***tch was scheming. If her Yuan and Zhao Ping continued to sleep in the same room at night, she reckoned that Zhao Ping'er would torment her Yuan half to death again. If that happened, not only would Yuan not recover from his illness, but he would also lose his life. No matter what, for the sake of Qin Yuan's safety, it was better to go along with the Qin Yuan's wishes and move to another room. Zhao Ping'er was frightened by Mu Chunfeng's glare. Her mother was too much. She didn't even do anything. Wasn't this for the sake of Qin Yuan? There's no need. Yuan said that he doesn't want to sleep in the same room as you. But you're right. It's not good for the few of us to squeeze in the same room, so let Chuan sleep with you tonight. When she heard Mu Chunfeng say that she wanted Qin Chuan to sleep in the same room as her, Zhao Ping couldn't stay calm anymore. What? Let Qin Chuan sleep with me? She didn't want that. No matter what, she couldn't sleep in the same room as a fool at night. Mu Chunfeng was too much. She didn't know what Mu Chunfeng was thinking and what she was planning. Seeing Zhao Ping making a fuss, Mu Chunfeng frowned unhappily. Yes, let Chuan sleep with you tonight. Can't you do that? Mother, how can I sleep with him? Zhao Ping'er's brows were tightly knitted together, and her face was full of reluctance. Mu Chunfeng snorted. Why can't we sleep together? You and Chuan are a family, not outsiders. On the surface, Mu Chunfeng said it as a matter of course, but in his heart, he knew that it shouldn't be like this. If others knew that her Chuana was sleeping with her sister-in-law, they would definitely be scolded. But she had her own plans. In the future, he planned to put Zhao Ping and Qin Chuan together. Therefore, there was nothing wrong with letting Zhao Ping and Qin Chuan sleep in the same room. Mother, I just don't think it's a good idea. Why are you so talkative? If you don't want to sleep, go to the cowshed alone and let Chuan sleep in the room alone. Zhao Ping had no choice but to agree. Mother, then I'll sleep in the same room with him. But I'm sure he won't want to sleep in the same room with me. In any case, she couldn't sleep in the cowshed. It was so dirty inside. How could she sleep in there? Besides, even if Mu Chunfeng persuaded her, he might not be able to convince Qin Chuan. After all, Qin Chuan and her were enemies. He definitely wouldn't agree so easily. As long as Qin Chuan didn't agree, Mu Chunfeng wouldn't force him. Mu Chunfeng said indifferently, I'll talk to him about this. You don't have to worry. Zhao Ping replied weakly, but in her heart, she prayed that Qin Chuan wouldn't agree. Otherwise, who knew what would happen if she slept with a fool at night? After convincing Zhao Ping, Mu Chunfeng started nagging Qin Chuan again. Chapter 1153. Mother, I don't want to sleep in the same room as an ugly freak. I want to sleep with all of you. Mother, I feel like vomiting whenever I see an ugly freak. How can you do this? I don't care. I will never sleep in the same room as an ugly freak. Qin Chuan's attitude was firm. Mu Chunfeng knew that she could not force Qin Chuan. She could only coax Qin Chuan. Fortunately, she was Qin Chuan's mother and knew Qin Chuan's character. Although Qin Chuan was a little silly, it was not like he did not know any logic. Hence, Mu Chunfeng gently said to Qin Chuan, Chuan, actually, Mother doesn't want you to sleep in the same room as Ping. But look, your little brother Yuan is sick. When Qin Chuan heard Mu Chunfeng's words, he nodded. That's right, Mother. I know that little brother is sick. But so what? Why do I have to sleep in the same room as an ugly freak? Mu Chunfeng sighed. Sigh, Chuan, you've seen it for yourself. Your little brother Yuan is sick, so he can't help you teach Ping a lesson. He's been helping you teach her a lesson for the past few nights. Don't you hate her? Now that your little brother Yuan can't help you teach her a lesson, you can do it yourself tonight. After hearing Mu Chunfeng's words, Qin Chuan fell into deep thought. He felt that what Mu Chunfeng said made sense. Mother. I think so. Little brother Yuan is sick now, so he can't help me teach her a lesson. I'll do it myself. Qin Chuan's brows knitted together. After thinking for a while, he said this to Mu Chunfeng. Seeing that Qin Chuan had agreed, Mu Chunfeng finally heaved a sigh of relief. Haha, all right then. Chuan you will sleep with Ping tonight. Qin Chuan nodded. Yes, mother. Haha. When Mu Chunfeng saw that Qin Chuan was persuaded so easily, she could not stop smiling. At the end of the day, his son was too silly. He was so naive that he was easily coaxed by others after a few words. Oh right, Chuan, do you still remember how your little brother Yuan bullied that ugly freak? Mu Chunfeng asked nervously. Qin Chuan's eyes darted around as he nodded at Mu Chunfeng. Mother, I still remember. Mu Chunfeng laughed and said, It's good that you remember. At night, just do what your Yuan younger brother did before. Qin Chuan nodded. If you let me know, I'll definitely teach that ugly monster a lesson tonight. Haha, good. Yuan, do your best. You must torment Zhao Ping, until she listens to you, Mu Chunfeng exhorted. In her heart, she reckoned that if Qin Chuan did something to Zhao Ping would probably resist. At that time, this matter would not be able to be accomplished. In her heart, she still hoped that this matter would succeed. After all, her Chuan also needed to have a child and a descendant. Qin Chuan nodded repeatedly and said, Mother, I understand. If that ugly freak doesn't listen to me, I'll teach her a lesson with my fists. Yes, in any case, I have to torment her. Yes. Mother, don't worry. I can definitely do it. That's good. When Zhao Ping heard that Qin Chuan was actually willing to share a room with her, she was rather surprised. Didn't this fool hate her? Why was he so easily persuaded by Mu Chunfeng on this matter? Chapter 1154. She vaguely felt that nothing good was going to happen. As expected, Zhao Ping only found out what had happened at night. After the two of them entered the house together, Zhao Ping originally planned to sleep alone at night, but Qin Chuan suddenly pounced on her. Zhao Ping screamed in fright and scolded Qin Chuan. You fool, what are you doing? Are you crazy? Qin Chuan's face was cold as he said to Zhao Ping, Ugly freak, I'm going to bully you like my little brother Yuan Zhao Ping was baffled when she heard that. Bully? What bully? You fool, what are you trying to do? Hurry up and get lost, or else I won't be polite to you. Just as Zhao Ping finished speaking, she saw Qin Chuan suddenly rush over and push her down on the bed. Zhao Ping screamed even louder. You fool, not only are you stupid, but you're also crazy now. Get lost. Hurry up and get lost. However, Qin Chuan did not listen to Zhao Ping's words at all as he continued what he was doing. Qin Chuan rudely pulled down Zhao Ping's clothes. Zhao Ping was stunned. She did not understand what Qin Chuan was doing. You. Zhao Ping stuttered in shock, unable to speak for a moment. Then she shouted at the next room, Big brother Yuan, father, mother, Qin Chuan is crazy. Hurry up and help me. Help me drag him away. Zhao Ping's voice was very loud. Mu Chunfeng and Qin Dahai, who were in the next room, naturally heard it. Qin Dahai frowned and was about to get up to take a look, but he was pulled back by Mu Chunfeng. Qin Dahai looked at Mu Chunfeng with a puzzled expression and said, Yuan's mother, why are you pulling me back? Didn't you hear the commotion in the next room? It was as if something bad had happened. Could it be that Chuan has gone crazy and really attacked Ping? Seeing Qin Dahai's anxious face, Mu Chunfeng laughed, making Qin Dahai even more confused. Yuan's mother, what's going on? What are you laughing at? Mu Chunfeng smiled and waved his hand. It's nothing. It's just Yuan's father. You don't have to look at what's going on in the next room. Nothing happened. Qin Dahai furrowed his brows. Why is nothing happening? Ping is clearly screaming so loudly. Let's go and take a look. What if something big happened? Mu Chunfeng had no choice but to pull Qin Dahai aside and tell him everything that had happened from the beginning to the end. After Qin Dahai heard this, he blinked and said to Mu Chunfeng, How could you do such a thing? Mu Chunfeng smiled. We can't do it. Anyway, it's just a matter of time. What's done now is done. Qin Dahai sighed and said, All right then. Anyway, I have nothing to say. I'm just afraid that Ping will take things too hard after this. Mu Chunfeng snorted and said, Take things too hard? What's there to take things too hard for that girl? She's so ugly. It's already good that Chuaner is willing to do her. Otherwise, no one would be willing to do it. She can feel good on her own. Don't tell me she's going to blame my Chuaner? Qin Dahai didn't know what Mu Chuanfeng's logic was, but being pulled by Mu Chunfeng, it was better to let Mu Chunfeng do as he wished. Chapter 1155. Since family Qin was doing it on purpose, it was useless no matter how much she shouted. In any case, no one would pay attention to her even if she screamed at the top of her lungs. At this moment, Qin Chuan had already pulled off Zhao Ping'er's clothes. He also quickly took off his clothes. Although Qin Chuan was stupid, he was quite good at learning and imitating. After seeing Qin Yuan do it once, he had roughly figured out how to do it. Zhao Ping'er was naked and felt a little cold. She glanced at herself and then at Qin Chuan. Qin Chuan's thing was still swaying in front of her. After taking a look, Zhao Ping'er suddenly felt her throat dry up, and her body began to react. Especially after she came into contact with Qin Chuan. Even if Qin Chuan was a fool, he was still a normal man. It felt the same as doing that to him. For a moment, Zhao Ping'er forgot to resist. Qin Yuan didn't delay either. His thing below mimicked Qin Chuan and pushed into Zhao Ping'er. The moment he entered, both of their bodies couldn't help but tremble. Qin Chuan felt a sense of comfort that he had never felt before. Qin Chuan was puzzled. Why did he feel so comfortable when he entered Zhao Ping'er? Qin Chuan mimicked Qin Yuan's actions and entered and exited Zhao Ping'er's body with more force. He didn't do it on purpose. He did it subconsciously. As for Zhao Ping'er, she originally wanted to resist, but after she felt comfortable, she decided not to. Instead, she started moaning and moaning, just like when she was doing it with Qin Yuan. For some reason, perhaps it was because Qin Chuan's body was stronger than Qin Yuan's. Therefore, Zhao Ping'er felt more comfortable doing it with Qin Chuan. Qin Chuan was very satisfied when he heard Zhao Ping'er moaning. He thought that Zhao Ping'er was crying out in pain because she was being bullied by him. Mu Chunfeng and Qin Dahai, who were in the room next door, didn't fall asleep. They stayed awake and listened. After listening to the commotion, Mu Chunfeng snorted lightly. Yuaner's father, I say, look at that last Ping'er. How could she take things too hard? She's probably feeling great right now. It was precisely because of Zhao Ping'er's performance that Mu Chunfeng was certain that Zhao Ping was very promiscuous and liked to be toyed with by men. She didn't reject anyone. But now if his Chuaner, Zhao Ping in the future, she would give birth to his Chuan's child. When the time came, even her Chuaner could have a descendant, then the Qin family could be said to be complete. Thinking of this thought Mu Chuanfeng's his father's. Qin Dahai sighed and said, if that's the case then it's fine. As long as Ping'er is willing, it's fine. When the time comes, you can't blame us. Of course. I think not only will he not blame us, he will even thank us. Sigh, alright, let's sleep too. We'll see how it goes tomorrow. Okay. The two of them crawled under the blanket and began to rest. The next morning, Zhao Ping'er was so tired that she couldn't get up. Compared to Qin Yuan, she felt more tired. Because Qin Chuan's body was much stronger than Qin Yuan's. Last night, she had been tormented for half the night. When she woke up in the morning, her eyes were so tired that she couldn't open them. On the other hand, Qin Chuan didn't feel anything. He woke up early in the morning. Chapter 1156. Qin Chuan was in a good state. He replied to Mu Chunfeng, Mother, it's all right. All right, I bullied that ugly monster very badly last night. Mu Chunfeng smiled and said, That's good, that's good. All right, Mother, that ugly monster screamed the entire night. I think she's in so much pain that she's lying in bed and can't get up. Mother, don't you think I'm amazing? Mu Chunfeng was still smiling as she replied, Amazing, amazing. Of course my Chuaner is amazing. Thinking about the screams that night, Mu Chunfeng couldn't stop smiling. She originally thought that Qin Chuan was just a fool and didn't know how to do that kind of thing. After all, he had only seen it once and had never personally practiced it. The result was beyond her expectations. Not only did Qin Chuan know how to do it, but he was also very good at it. From the looks of it, he was even better than her Yuan-er. Mother, I think I'm amazing too. Qin Chuan raised his chin proudly. Mu Chunfeng smiled and said, "Haha, then Yuan are you still willing to sleep with that ugly monster tonight?" Qin Chuan's eyes darted around, and he agreed without hesitation. "Mother, let's sleep then. I'll bully that ugly monster again tonight."
"All right, Mother."
Mu Chunfeng looked at Qin Chuan in confusion and asked, "What's wrong, Chuan?" "Mother, I don't know why, but I feel especially comfortable in that ugly monster's cave." When Qin Chuan said this, Mu Chunfeng almost burst out laughing. His Chuan was too stupid, so he didn't understand this. Mu Chunfeng couldn't explain anything to Qin Chuan. She only chuckled and said, "Actually, it's like this. If you do this, the man will feel comfortable while the woman will suffer." After hearing Mu Chunfeng's words, Qin Chuan nodded thoughtfully. "Mother, so that's how it is."
Yes, that's how it is."
"Hee, Mother, that's good. I'll bully that ugly monster again later."
Okay.
Mu Chunfeng nodded repeatedly. On the other side, Xueqi village. After Zhao Yuner went back, she continued to go up the mountain to pick tea with Mu Lan and Mu Hin. The three of them returned after each of them had collected a basket full of herbs. Although the 3 baskets of tea leaves looked like a lot, they had shrunk quite a bit after being stir-fried. This time, he used a total of 7 to 8 caddies. In addition to the last batch, there were more than 10 caddies of tea leaves in a year. If he were to harvest more in the next 2 days, it should be enough. Take it to the county minister's office and let the county minister spread it out. When there was an order, he would go up the mountain to get some tea leaves. He was not in a hurry now. After returning home in the evening, Zhao Yuner placed the stir-fried tea leaves on the table and made a cup of tea for Mu Lianfeng. The smell of the new tea was fragrant and pleasant. Mu Lianfeng took a sip. The fragrance of the tea overflowed and filled his mouth. After drinking it, Mu Lianfeng couldn't help but exclaim, "Yuner, not bad, delicious." "Haha, then I'll leave some for you.
I'll give the rest away."
"Sure. However, can this thing be sold?" "What do you think?"
Zhao Yuner smiled and asked.
"I think it can be sold. But Yuner, have you found a way? We have to find a way to sell this." Mu Lianfeng was a little puzzled. "Yes, I found a way. The county minister helped me sell it to the people he knows. The people he knows are either rich or noble. It will definitely sell for a good price." Chapter 1157. Zhao Yun thought that something was wrong with Mu Lianfeng, so she hurriedly asked. Mu Lianfeng's lips twitched as he smiled at Zhao Yuner and said, "It's all because I'm too stupid. Why didn't I think of helping you promote it? The number of rich people I know isn't any less than the county deputy." As he spoke, Mu Lianfeng patted his head in frustration. Zhao Yun looked at Mu Lianfeng and chuckled. She was amused by Mu Lianfeng. Mu Lianfeng continued, "Helian Chen, that guy is very rich. If he drinks this tea, he will definitely like it. Yun, when the time comes, we'll sell it to him at a high price and make a huge profit from him." As Mu Lianfeng spoke, a trace of craftiness flashed across his eyes. Zhao Yun smiled helplessly. He really had the ability to cheat his friend. She wondered how Helian Chen would feel after hearing Mu Lianfeng's words. At this moment, Helian Chen, who was in Yong City, suddenly sneezed. After Helian Chen sneezed, he wiped his nose and frowned slightly. He didn't know why, but he felt that his sneeze was a little strange, as if someone had said something behind his back. However, Helian Chen didn't think too much about it. After Zhao Yun finished laughing, she said to Mu Lianfeng, "You don't have to cheat him. I'll set the price. When the time comes, he can buy as much as he wants." Mu Lianfeng then asked, "Yun, how should the price of this tea be set?" Zhao Yun thought for a moment. If the sales were good, it wouldn't hurt to set the price a little lower. However, she could only go to the mountains to pick tea now, and the amount she could pick every day was limited. In the future, when she bought the land, she could plant some tea leaves herself. The cost should be lower. Now the price is on the high-end route, plus his custom-made ceramics. Zhao Yun plans to set a price of 500 coins for 1 tael of tea. This caddy of tea was worth 5 taels of silver. If she could really sell it, then she would make a lot of money. Zhao Yuner believed that for country people like them, 5 taels of silver for a caddy of tea was ridiculously expensive. But for the rich, they probably wouldn't care much. After he planted his own tea leaves, the price would drop because the cost would be much lower. Zhao Yuner told Mu Lianfeng about the price she had thought of and asked Mu Lianfeng if he thought it was too expensive. After hearing this, Mu Lianfeng chuckled and said, "Yuner, do you want me to tell the truth or lie?" Zhao Yuner's heart tightened. Could it be that Mu Lianfeng also felt that the price was too high? "Of course I'm telling the truth," Zhao Yuner replied. "Actually, for people like me and Helian Chen, price doesn't mean much to us. As long as the item is good, we will buy it no matter how high the price is." After hearing Mu Lianfeng's words, Zhao Yuner felt relieved. "Okay, that's okay. I'll set the price first." "Okay." Mu Lianfeng continued to sit and drink his tea leisurely. Zhao Yuner continued to help Mu Lianfeng make shoes under the light. After Zhao Yuner rushed to make, Mu Lianfeng's shoes were made. However, when Zhao Yuner saw it, it really couldn't be brought out. It was fine that the shoes didn't look good, but the main thing was that one was big and one was small. It was a little asymmetrical. "Mu Lianfeng, the shoes are done. Do you want to try?" Zhao Yuner hesitated for a moment, then handed the finished shoes to Mu Lianfeng. Chapter 1158. It did look a little ugly. The two shoes were not symmetrical, and it looked a little funny. However, although it was a little ugly, these were not important. What was important was that these shoes were made by Zhao Yuner. The main thing was that Zhao Yuner made them, and he liked them. Mu Lianfeng smiled slightly and was about to take the shoes when Zhao Yuner took the shoes back. "If you think it's ugly, then don't wear it. I'll ask Mu Lan to make a pair for you later." Haha, Mu Lianfeng laughed heartily, thinking that Zhao Yuner's words were even more adorable. "It's not ugly. I like it." As Mu Lianfeng spoke, he directly snatched the shoes from Zhao Yuner's hands. After hearing Mu Lianfeng's words, the corners of Zhao Yuner's mouth could not help but twitch a little. When this guy started to lie, his face really didn't turn red and his heart didn't skip a beat. Zhao Yuner knew that Mu Lianfeng was just saying this to comfort her. If it was from the bottom of his heart, then it could only be said that Mu Lianfeng was really blind. Zhao Yuner stared nervously at the shoes in Mu Lianfeng's hands, waiting for him to put them on. After Mu Lianfeng put them on, he stared at the shoes and looked at them again. There was a hint of helplessness in his eyes. The beauty and ugliness of these shoes could be made do, but the size and elasticity could not be made do. After putting on the shoes made by Zhao Yuner, Mu Lianfeng obviously felt that they were smaller. It was better if they were bigger, but the smaller ones were very inconvenient to wear. His thumb was squeezed until it hurt a little. If he wore these shoes and walked for a day, his foot would be crippled. Looking at the conflicted expression on Mu Lianfeng's face, Zhao Yuner knew that it was definitely not possible. So she asked, "How is it? Don't you think it doesn't fit? How about you don't wear it? Or I can change it for you." After thinking for a moment, Mu Lianfeng said to Zhao Yuner, "Yuner, you'd better change it for me. This foot is too small. It's a little tight on my foot." With that said, Mu Lianfeng took off the shoes. The corner of Zhao Yuner's mouth smiled. Sure enough, if Mu Lianfeng could tolerate it, he probably would not say that. It seemed that the shoes she made did not fit well, which was why it was like this. Zhao Yuner was afraid that she would not be able to change it well. At most, she would ask Mu to make another pair of them and give them to Mu Lianfeng. At that moment, Mu Lianfeng. She was useless. She could not make such a simple thing. Mu Lianfeng also saw the disappointment on Zhao Yuner's face. He comforted Zhao Yuner, "Yuner, it's just a shoe. If you don't want to make it, we can just buy it. It's not expensive anyway." Zhao Yuner shook her head. "It's not the same. How is it different?" "Of course it's different if you make it yourself and buy it." "It's okay, Yuner. Where do you have the time to study this every day? If you want to study it, you might as well study something else. Yuner, you're so smart. You learn things very quickly." Zhao Yuner felt a little better after being comforted by Mu Lianfeng. She nodded and replied, "Okay, I got it. Go to sleep. It's already very late," Mu Lianfeng said. Okay. Zhao Yuner nodded. She rubbed her sleepy eyes. She did not have to set up the breakfast stall these days, so she could rest well. However, Zhao Yun had not told Mu Lianfeng about the breakfast stall. If Mu Lianfeng knew about it, he would definitely pursue it. Chapter 1159. The other troublemakers had been handed over to the government office. She believed that the county magistrate would investigate it. Even if the county magistrate was really afraid of the power behind those ruffians, Zhao Yun felt that the man in yellow was not simple. With his help, she believed that the truth would come to light. Zhao Yun planned to send some tea leaves tomorrow and then inquire about the situation. After sleeping, Zhao Yun took the tea leaves to the county magistrate's mansion the next day. Zhao Yun had been here several times. Every time she came, the county magistrate's wife's attitude was very good. And the county magistrate's wife also told the guard to be careful. So Zhao Yun didn't report her arrival this time. She went in directly. Zhao Yun brought 10 kilograms of tea leaves. 3 kilograms of tea leaves were for Child Huang and 7 kilograms were for the county magistrate's wife. When she arrived at the county magistrate's mansion, the county magistrate's wife was doing something. Zhao Yun didn't find her immediately. She went to a yard and was about to wait for the county magistrate's wife to come out. Unexpectedly, she heard a sound of zither first. The zither was very pleasant. After listening to a piece of music, people were intoxicated. Zhao Yun was curious about who was playing the zither. Could it be the county magistrate's wife? After all, there were no other women in the county magistrate's mansion. There were no other women in the county magistrate's mansion. If it was really the county magistrate's wife who was playing the zither, it seemed that the county magistrate's wife was multi-talented. It was beyond her expectation. After thinking about it carefully, it was normal. After all, the county magistrate's wife should be a daughter of a rich family. She should have learned zither, chess, calligraphy, painting and so on. Zhao Yun followed the sound of the zither. She thought that she would see the county magistrate's wife wearing a silk dress, sitting under the flowers and playing the zither. But she didn't expect that it was not the case. Instead, it was a man in purple. His long black hair was blown in the wind. Zhao Yun looked at it and sucked in a cold breath. It was Child Huang. This young Master Huang's appearance was indeed very good. Previously, when he was wearing a yellow robe, it did not show his temperament. Now that he was wearing a purple robe, coupled with his intoxicated expression while playing the zither, it was very pleasing to the eye. Zhao Yun was a little dazed as she watched. Zhao Yun only regained her senses after young Master Huang finished playing his song and the sound of the zither faded away. Young Master Huang's eyes were still closed, as if he hadn't walked out of it yet. Zhao Yun didn't want to disturb young Master Huang, so she stood aside and waited for young Master Huang to react. Otherwise, she really wanted to give him a good round of applause and praise him a little. Young Master Huang seemed to have thought of something and sighed softly. There was a trace of sadness on his face. When young Master Huang opened his eyes, he saw Zhao Yun standing not far away. Young Master Huang hurriedly concealed his emotions. When did Miss Yun arrive? Young Master Huang smiled and asked Zhao Yun. I just arrived. I was attracted by your zither music. After listening to your song, I didn't want to disturb you. Zhao Yun smiled and replied. Young Master Huang smiled and said, Miss Yun knows how to play the zither? Zhao Yun shook her head and said, I don't know. I just think it sounds good. Young Master Huang seemed to be a little disappointed. I see. Zhao Yun went forward and sat next to young Master Huang. She smiled and said, Young Master Huang, do you think you were playing the zither to a cow? Chapter 1160. Young Master Huang felt that Zhao Yun's words were very interesting. He paused for a moment before asking Zhao Yun, playing the zither to a cow? Miss Yun, what do you mean? Are you describing yourself as a cow? No, I'm just making an analogy. I'm not describing myself as a cow. What I mean is, you play to someone who doesn't understand music, so you're disappointed, right? After all, you wanted to find someone who understands you. Unfortunately, you didn't find anyone. Zhao Yun explained with a smile. Young Master Huang fell into deep thought. He didn't expect Zhao Yun to say such things to him. He looked at Zhao Yun'er with a trace of inquiry in his eyes. Zhao Yun'er saw that young Master Huang was looking at her. She smiled and said, "Why, isn't it so?" Young Master Huang reacted. He twitched the corner of his mouth and replied, "Yes, it is. However, regardless of whether Miss Yun'er understands it or not, it's good that you like it. This young master can continue to play for you." Okay, Zhao Yun'er agreed readily. Ever since she transmigrated to ancient times, she didn't have any entertainment activities. She hadn't heard any songs from the 21st century. This time, she just wanted to let her ears enjoy it. After all, in her previous life, she did like things like classical music. Zhao Yun'er sat at the side and continued to play the zither. Other than being pleasant to the ears, Zhao Yun'er felt that the zither's master was helpless and a trace of melancholy. Zhao Yun'er didn't know if it was because of the music or because of the person playing the zither. In any case, after listening to it, one's heart felt stifled. Zhao Yun'er looked at young Master Huang again. She saw that his eyes were closed and there was no expression on his face. However, she felt a sense of loneliness that she had never felt before. Zhao Yun'er seemed to have heard the loneliness in young Master Huang's heart. His lips moved as he looked at young Master Huang. He wanted to say something, but in the end, he swallowed the words back into his stomach. Not wanting to disturb young Master Huang, he continued to listen to him play the guqin. Zhao Yun'er had a trace of doubt in her heart. This man. Why did he feel lonely? Was it lonely at the top or? Zhao Yun'er's heart skipped a beat. She looked at young Master Huang with surprise in her eyes. This person couldn't be the current emperor, right? Young Master Huang, Your Majesty, Zhao Yun'er felt that this was very likely, considering the attitude of the county magistrate. Of course, this was only her guess. She wasn't completely sure. Perhaps young Master Huang was not the emperor, but a member of the royal family. Zhao Yun'er felt that if it really was the emperor, he shouldn't be this young, right? Moreover, the emperor was busy every day. He definitely wouldn't have the time to come to Sun City. How was he the same as young Master Huang? After Zhao Yun'er briefly eliminated the possibility in her heart, she felt that it shouldn't be. However, she still wanted to ask Mu Lianfeng later. If it really was him, she would have to be more respectful. If she could rely on him, she would definitely hug him tightly. After young Master Huang finished playing, Zhao Yun'er applauded. Miss Yun'er, what do you think? Young Master Huang asked. Zhao Yun'er nodded. It's good. I said I don't know much about guqin. I just think it's good. Young Master Huang was amused by Zhao Yun'er. As long as you think it's good. This young master rarely plays this song. Miss, you're the first person to hear it. Zhao Yun'er seemed a little flattered. Really? Of course. Chapter 1161. Miss Yun'er is exaggerating. I don't think it's an honor. Haha, perhaps it was because someone was talking to him, but young Master Huang's mood improved. Perhaps it was because he was too lonely right now and wanted someone to talk to him. It was a little boring to play the zither alone. Zhao Yun'er muttered, 10,000 taels of gold is easy to get, but a soulmate is hard to find. I feel that young Master Huang is missing someone who understands your guqin. After young Master Huang heard this, his body trembled slightly. He muttered Zhao Yun'er's words. 10,000 taels of gold is easy to get, but a soulmate is hard to find. That's very apartment. If he could really find a soulmate, he would be willing to spend 10,000 taels of gold. However, that was not the case. Not to mention a soulmate, even finding someone who understood him was very difficult. After listening to Zhao Yun'er's words, young Master Huang suddenly felt that since Zhao Yun'er could say such words, it meant that Zhao Yun'er understood him a little. Looking at Zhao Yun'er in front of him, young Master Huang was puzzled. Was Zhao Yun'er really just a little peasant woman? How could a peasant woman say such words? Moreover, Zhao Yun'er's actions were completely unlike a peasant woman's. Young Master Huang had a whole new level of respect for Zhao Yun'er now. This little peasant woman was truly a little special. Miss Yun'er said it well. Young Master Huang clapped his hands and praised her. Zhao Yun'er looked at young Master Huang with a puzzled expression. Well, what? Miss, you said it. I didn't expect you to be able to recite a poem so casually. That's really rare. Young Master Huang had never heard of the poem that Zhao Yun'er recited, so he thought that it was an original poem by Zhao Yuner. Zhao Yuner smiled guiltily. This? Haha, young Master Huang. I only heard it from others. Is that so? Of course. Otherwise, do you think I came up with this poem myself? I don't have that ability. Haha. Young Master Huang laughed again. The two of them sat opposite each other and chatted casually. He didn't know why, but when he got along with Zhao Yuner, young Master Huang felt very relaxed. Although Zhao Yuner was a little peasant woman, she understood a lot of things he said. Moreover, in front of him, Zhao Yuner was not restrained at all. She was very relaxed and said whatever was on her mind. Unlike many people who didn't speak the truth in front of him. After chatting for a while, Zhao Yuner took out some tea leaves and handed them to young Master Huang. Young Master Huang received the tea leaves as if they were treasures. After Zhao Yuner said that he could buy tea from her, young Master Huang immediately ordered 10 caddies of tea. 10 caddies of tea leaves was already quite a lot. Young Master Huang was afraid that he wouldn't be able to bring any more back. If he wanted to drink more tea in the future, he would go to Zhao Yuner's shop and buy some for himself. When the county deputy's wife heard that Zhao Yuner was here, she came to look for her. She saw that Zhao Yuner and young Master Huang were chatting happily. The county deputy's wife also heard that Zhao Yuner's stall was smashed in the morning yesterday. The county deputy's wife urged the county deputy to help her to find out who had ordered these people and who was behind them. How could they be so unscrupulous? When she saw Zhao Yuner, she first comforted her and then promised that she would take care of this matter. Chapter 1162. If a deputy county magistrate couldn't even handle such a small matter, he was useless. At this moment, the deputy county magistrate was interrogating in the government office and would be back soon. If he got something, he would definitely tell them. At 10 o'clock in the morning, the deputy county magistrate really came back. Seeing the deputy county magistrate frowning with a worried face, the deputy county magistrate's wife stepped forward. The deputy county magistrate's wife went forward and asked, "Sir, how is it? Did you get anything out of him?" The deputy county magistrate sighed slightly and said, "Alas! I was wondering why these people were so arrogant. I really don't dare to offend the power behind them." The deputy county magistrate looked at young Master Huang and hesitated. He didn't know whether he should say it or not. Young Master Huang raised his eyebrows and looked at the deputy county magistrate. "If you have something to say, just say it. You don't have to hide who it is." The deputy county magistrate hesitated for a while. Finally, he went to young Master Huang and said weakly, "Young Master, the person behind these people is our imperial uncle, imperial concubine Hua's father." The deputy county magistrate didn't want to say it. After all, imperial concubine Hua was the emperor's favorite concubine. If he offended imperial concubine Hua, it would be difficult for him to keep his official position. Besides, the emperor loved imperial concubine Hua so much. Who knew if he would do something to give up his principles for imperial concubine Hua? Anyway, he tried his best not to offend people and just kept his official position. When the deputy county magistrate mentioned the imperial uncle and imperial concubine Hua, young Master Huang's eyes turned cold for a moment. His eyes darkened. No one knew what he was thinking, but his expression didn't look good. The deputy county magistrate asked nervously, "Young Master Huang, how should we punish these people? Are we going to offend the imperial uncle and imperial concubine Hua?" Young Master Huang's lips curled into a cold smile. When the emperor breaks the law, he should be punished the same as the commoners. But these people, relying on the support of the imperial uncle and imperial consort Hua, really dared to do whatever they wanted. The county magistrate can punish you in any way he wants. If anyone dares to touch your official position, I'd like to see if it's suitable to go against me. Hearing young Master Huang's words, the county magistrate was slightly relieved. Since young Master Huang said so, I will punish them according to the crime of stirring up trouble. I will also make them compensate for Miss Yuner's loss. Young Master Huang nodded and replied, "All right, let's do it then." "Yes." Zhao Yuner listened from the side, and her heart was even more confused. Imperial uncle, imperial consort Hua. These people sounded like they had some background. No wonder these hooligans were so rampant. It turned out that there were still high-ranking officials in the capital to rely on. They were indeed much more powerful than the county magistrate. Even Mu Lianfeng would not dare to provoke them, given his status as the heir of the crown prince. Zhao Yun'er still couldn't understand. He was doing his business well. How did he provoke these big shots? Zhao Yun'er asked the county deputy. My lord, do you know who ordered them to smash my stall? How could big shots like the imperial uncle and imperial concubine Hua deal with her personally? It was so far away from the capital. They probably didn't even know who she was. The county magistrate frowned and said to Zhao Yun'er, "That, Miss Yun'er, it's strange. They insisted that they were not ordered by anyone, but what?" Chapter 1163. After the county magistrate finished speaking, he seemed to be deep in thought. The county magistrate's wife was shocked. None of them could figure out why a big shot like imperial concubine Hua would do something to a little peasant woman. Maybe these people said it on purpose so that they wouldn't tell her who was behind it. If these people didn't say anything, they wouldn't be able to force the information out of them. After young Master Huang heard it, a complicated look flashed in his eyes. Imperial concubine Hua. It seemed that she was very carefree in the palace. She even interfered with things outside the palace. If he didn't come out this time, he probably wouldn't know a lot of things. I see. Thank you, county magistrate, for helping me. By the way, I brought a lot of tea leaves today. When it came to tea leaves, the atmosphere became much better. Everyone looked at Zhao Yun'er. The county magistrate seemed to be very happy. He promised Zhao Yun'er that he would send out all the tea leaves tomorrow so that Zhao Yun'er could promote them. After staying in the county magistrate's office for a while, Zhao Yun'er went back. No one came down for lunch. On the way back, Zhao Yun'er was lost in thought. If, as the county magistrate said, she offended a big shot like imperial concubine Hua, then it would be really bad. Mu Lianfeng's identity as the heir of the crown prince couldn't help her. Zhao Yun'er went back home worriedly. This time, when she went to the third branch, she found that Zhao Ping was back. The two of them came back at the same time. However, this time, Zhao Ping didn't come back with Qin Yuan. Seeing that Zhao Ping was back, Liang Jinqiao asked, "Ping, why did you come back today?" Hearing Liang Jinqiao's tone, Zhao Ping thought that Liang Jinqiao didn't want her to come back. She curled her lips and replied, "Mother, I just came back." "Why did you ask?" Liang Jinqiao pursed her lips and said, "You child, I'm just asking out of concern. How can a married daughter come back home so often? Did something happen? Ping, could it be that your in-laws bullied you?" Speaking of this, Zhao Ping felt depressed. Her in-laws bullied her, that was for sure. Not only Qin Yuan, Mu Chunfang, Qin Dehai, and that fool Qin Chuan also bullied her. Zhao Ping couldn't say this to Liang Jinqiao. She was the one who wanted to marry Qin Yuan. Now, she wanted to continue living with Qin Yuan. She then said to Liang Jinqiao, "No, mother, it's big brother Yuan who's sick. He's lying on the bed and can't move." "How did he fall sick? Wasn't he fine when I saw him?" Zhao Ping looked aggrieved and said, "Mother, it's all because of Auntie. It's all Auntie's fault. She caused brother Yuan to fall sick." Liang Jinqiao was silent for a moment. Thinking about what happened that day, Qin Yuan was indeed too agitated. Then he fell sick when he went back? Liang Jinqiao heard that under normal circumstances, people would fall sick easily when they suffered a blow. Hearing Zhao Ping's description, Qin Yuan must have suffered quite a blow. If it was because of Zhao Ping, then so be it. But it had to be because of Zhao Xinhui. Liang Jinqiao sighed in his heart. "Hey Ping, how is that child, Qin Yuan?" "The doctor has already prescribed some medicine. I don't know when he'll recover." Chapter 1164. Mother, I know. It's useless even if I'm worried. Say. All right, don't say any more. Ping. Quickly go in and have a seat in the house. You must be tired after such a long journey, right? Liang Jinqiao greeted Zhao Ping. Zhao Ping responded and dawdled into the third branch's house. She sat down and poured herself a cup of water. Now, she only felt that she was living much more comfortably at home. Her mother would feel sorry for her. When she was in the family Qin, there was nothing but work. How would the family Qin know how to feel sorry for her? It was a pity that she had already married over and her good days in the third branch were all gone. Ping, you rest first. Mother will go and cook. I guarantee that I'll make something delicious for you. Liang Jinqiao felt sorry for Zhao Ping'er and thought that her daughter was really pitiful. She had only been married for a few days, but she was already haggard and had lost a lot of weight. Looking at her like this really made one's heart ache. What women were most afraid of was their in-laws making things difficult for them and not living well. Now she could only do her best to help Zhao Ping'er, and that was to ensure that Zhao Ping'er could eat and drink well when she returned to her parents' house. Zhao Ping'er suddenly called out to Liang Jinqiao. Mother, I have something to discuss with you. Seeing Zhao Ping'er's hesitant look, Liang Jinqiao smiled. Could it be that you have something that you're too embarrassed to say? Just say it in front of Mother. Mother, my mother-in-law said that Big Brother Yuan is sick because of me, so she wants me to fork out the money and give him some money to nourish his body. That's why she asked me to come over and ask you for 1 tael of silver. After Zhao Ping'er finished speaking, she also looked at Liang Jinqiao with a conflicted look. Liang Jinqiao gasped. Ping'er, did your mother-in-law really say that? Zhao Ping'er nodded. Mother, my dowry has already been handed over to her. How can I have any money in my hands? I said I wasn't going to ask you for it, but I was scolded. Liang Jinqiao sighed and said, Sai Ping'er, how can you do that? To be able to say such words, he really wasn't human and wasn't kind at all. Looking at Zhao Ping'er's aggrieved expression, Liang Jinqiao knew that if he did not give her the silver tael, Zhao Yun would definitely be displeased by her family Qin when she returned home. Then, the one who would suffer would be Zhao Ping'er. Just as Liang Jinqiao was about to compromise, Zhao Yun'er heard the conversation and walked in angrily. She said to Liang Jinqiao, Mother, you can't give them 1 tael of silver. They're obviously trying to rip us off. What do you think our family is? Even if we have gold and silver mines, we won't be able to withstand such torment, right? Liang Jinqiao sighed. Yun'er, tell me, what should we do now? If we don't give them the silver tael, Ping'er will have to suffer again when she returns home. Liang Jinqiao's heart ached for Zhao Ping'er, but Zhao Yun'er did not feel any heartache. No matter how miserable Zhao Ping'er's life was, it had nothing to do with her. On the contrary, Zhao Yun'er felt that she deserved it. Isn't Sister Ping'er very imposing when she's at home? Why is it different when she's at her in-laws? Is she being bullied all day long? Zhao Yun'er replied sarcastically. Zhao Ping'er glared at Zhao Yun'er angrily and was about to hit her. Zhao Yun'er chuckled and said, Look, you're quite capable of dealing with me. If you use this boldness on your family Qin, don't tell me you're being bullied by your family Qin? Chapter 1165. When Liang Jinqiao saw this, he instantly panicked and pulled Zhao Yun'er. All right, Yun'er, don't say any more. Ping'er is also pitiful? The cold smile at the corner of Zhao Yun'er's mouth did not run away. Pitiful. It would be strange if this woman, Zhao Ping'er, was pitiful. In the end, wasn't it all caused by being too cowardly? Qin Yuan's appearance was as if only Zhao Ping'er treasured it. It was precisely because she lowered herself that she was trampled on by others. As for Zhao Ping'er, no matter how she was bullied, Zhao Yun'er's heart did not waver at all. Boo-hoo, Mom, Zhao Yun'er bullied me. Look at what she said. Mom, she just can't wait to see me lead a bad life. Liang Jinqiao kept comforting her. All right. Ping'er, don't cry anymore. Yun'er didn't mean it that way. But what Yun'er said is not without reason. You said that you are very formidable at home. Why is it like this at your in-laws' house? Mom. Zhao Ping'er wiped the tears at the corner of her eyes. If I don't listen, Big Brother Yuan will definitely divorce me. Sigh. Liang Jinqiao sighed and said to Zhao Ping'er, But your in-laws' request is indeed a little too much. How can our family take out this tael of silver? And Ping'er, lass, let Mom tell you, Yun'er's breakfast stall was smashed. Our family's days are not too good either. I'm afraid that our finances will be very tight in the future. Hearing that Zhao Yun'er's breakfast stall was smashed, Zhao Ping'er instantly stopped crying. Mom, what did you say? Yun'er's breakfast stall was smashed? Liang Jinqiao nodded.
Yes, it was smashed yesterday. Zhao Ping rolled her eyes as if she had thought of something.
Not only was she no longer sad, she was even a little happy, as if she was rejoicing in his misfortune. Zhao Ping was really happy. If he smashed it well, he should smash it all. Who asked Zhao Yun'er to treat her like this? Mother, do you mean that you can't take out one tael of silver? Zhao Ping asked. It's not that I can't afford it. If I give it to you, what will we have in the future? We can't possibly subsidize the family qin, right? It was rare for Zhao Ping to be so sensible.
Well, mother, I won't let you take it.
Ping, what are you going to do when you go back?
I have my own way.
Zhao Ping suddenly thought of something. But, mother, you have to promise me one thing. Zhao Ping said mysteriously, as if she had sold a lawsuit. Liang Jinqiao looked at Zhao Ping in confusion. Ping, if there's anything you need, just tell me. If I can help you, I will definitely help you. Zhao Ping looked at Zhao Yun'er, who was standing in front of her, and chose to move closer to Liang Jinqiao's ear. She secretly whispered a few words, but Zhao Yun'er did not hear it. She even deliberately hid it from her. Zhao Yun'er frowned slightly, thinking that it was definitely not something good. After Liang Jinqiao heard it, he thought for a while and felt that it was not a big problem, so he nodded in agreement. Zhao Ping was in a good mood and did not continue to make a fuss. Instead, she sat quietly in the room. Zhao Yun'er and Liang Jinqiao went to the kitchen and started cooking. Zhao Yun'er asked Liang Jinqiao curiously, Mother, what did Sister Ping ask you to do? Actually, it's nothing. She just asked me to teach her some things. Liang Jinqiao said vaguely. Zhao Yun'er felt that it was not that simple. Chapter 1166.
Zhao Yun'er was now begging in her heart.
Her mother must not be stupid. Don't be deceived by Zhao Ping again and do something. After all, Zhao Ping had caused a lot of trouble for her family. The mother and daughter pair finished cooking and called out to everyone to eat. Zhao Ping had suffered for less than 2 days at the family qin center. When she returned home, she was like a beggar who had not eaten for 8 lifetimes, constantly stuffing food into her mouth. When Liang Jinqiao saw this, she sighed and felt sorry for her. As her mother, she did not know what to do. She thought to herself that although her daughter was married, she was living a miserable life in her in-laws' house. It was really hard. However, it was not a problem for her not to get married. If a grown girl did not get married and stayed at home, she would only be nagged by others. Although Zhao Wenhua and Liang Jinqiao did not say anything, Liang Jinshun and Liang Jinhui were talkative. When they saw that Zhao Ping had returned to her maiden home, they did not say anything. In fact, this had nothing to do with them. However, they could not stand Zhao Ping's behavior. When Zhao Ping came back, she liked to sit at the table. Whenever there was good food on the table, she would put it into her bowl and did not give it to anyone else. It was not easy for these men to do their work. They could not let Zhao Ping take most of the food before they could eat much. Liang Jinqiao said to Liang Jinqiao, I say, eldest sister, it's not that I want to criticize you, but how can you let Ping come back to her maiden home from time to time? It's said that a married daughter is like spilled water. Since Ping is married, she should stay at her in-laws' house and not go back to her maiden home every few days. How can there be such a rule? Liang Jinhui followed up and said, Isn't that so? She comes back and sits at the table. She's already married and not a child. How can she not know the rules at all? If word gets out, the Liang family will lose face. Liang Jinqiao was a little embarrassed by Liang Jinhui and Liang Jinshuan's words. Liang Jinshun and Liang Jinhui couldn't be blamed for saying that. Daughters who were married out of the family weren't like Zhao Ping, who would run back to her parents' home from time to time. When she married into old Zhao's family, she couldn't go back even once for half a year. This Ping wants to come back, I can't stop her. So this is your problem, eldest sister. If you manage it well, will this girl be able to come back? Liang Jinqiao didn't know what to say. If she told Zhao Ping not to run back to her parents' house for no reason, she reckoned that Zhao Ping would overthink. Now that Zhao Ping was back, It was just a matter of having one more meal at home. The third branch could afford it. Zhao Ping'er looked at Liang Jinhui and Liang Jinshun angrily. First uncle, second uncle, how can you be like this? My parents didn't say anything. Why are you scolding me? Liang Jinshun snorted softly. Your parents didn't educate you well. As your uncles, we naturally have to remind you. You have no manners at all. Fortunately, you're married. If you stayed at home, you'd be an eyesore. Zhao Ping'er blushed at his words. Liang Jinhui added, that girl didn't marry a good person. I think her little husband will be a good-for-nothing for the rest of his life. Ping'er can only be with such a good-for-nothing. Yun'er is still the best. Not only is Yun'er capable, but she's also capable in the future. Compared to little Ping'er, she's really far inferior. Chapter 1167. Zhao Yun'er listened from the side and could not help but twitch her mouth. She kept having a feeling that she had been led astray. Zhao Ping'er became even angrier after hearing that. If he wanted to talk about her, then so be it. Why did he have to compare her with Zhao Yun'er? Seriously. It was not like she knew how much more outstanding Mu Lianfeng was compared to Qin Yuan. Regarding Zhao Yun'er's good fortune, he could only be envious. What else could he do? Zhao Ping'er pursed her lips and retorted somewhat unhappily. First uncle, second uncle, big brother Yuan is not a good-for-nothing. Who asked him to have a bad birth? Reincarnation is a skill. Right now, big brother Yuan is a little poor. Who knows, he might be rich in the future. After Zhao Ping'er finished speaking, Liang Jinshun and Liang Jinhui laughed. There was some mockery in their laughter. Liang Jinshun said, I say, Ping'er lass, don't count on that gigolo. Just treat this as a dream. If he becomes rich in the future, I don't believe in Liang. I'll follow behind your family and have the surname Zhao. After Liang Jinshun finished speaking, Liang Jinhui burst into mocking laughter from behind. For a gigolo good-for-nothing to want to make a comeback, earn money, and become rich, that was simply a fool's dream. It was completely unrealistic. If it were someone from Qin Yuan who was ambitious and willing to endure hardships, they would not dare to say such words. But for someone like Qin Yuan, who was poor to begin with and could not even endure a little hardship, if such a person could become rich, it could only be said that there was smoke rising from their ancestors' graves. There was no other explanation. After being ridiculed by Liang Jinshun and Liang Jinhui and not being optimistic, Zhao Ping'er felt that her lungs were about to explode. They actually dared to belittle her man so much. They were too much. Humph. Let them laugh as much as they liked. It was useless no matter how much they laughed. Anyway, she had already thought of a way to earn money. When the time came, she would let these people open their eyes wide and see that what they were saying now was bullshit. Seeing that Zhao Ping'er was about to flip out, Liang Jinxiao hurriedly gave Zhao Ping'er a look. Zhao Ping'er did not make a move but snorted angrily. First uncle, second uncle, there's a good saying. Every dog has its day. You guys can laugh all you want. When my big brother Yuan achieves meteoric success, let's see what you guys say. Liang Jinshun chuckled and said, Little girl Ping'er, you're really not simple now. You can even say such words. Let's wait for our nephew's son-in-law to become capable so that we can bask in his glory. Ping'er girl, since your husband is going to be so capable in the future, why are you still coming back to your mother's house for food? You should save some food for your mother. Haha. Zhao Ping'er once again felt that she had been ridiculed. No matter what she said now, it would probably be useless. If she wanted her first uncle and second uncle to shut up, she could only do it with her own ability. Therefore, she must work together with Qin Yuan to earn more money. When she returned, she would let these people see how stupid they were today. After lunch, the few men who were working went out. When Hua Chunhua saw that Zhao Ping'er had returned, she pulled Liang Jinqiao and asked, Third daughter-in-law, did you say anything when I asked you to borrow Ping'er's wedding dress? Liang Jinqiao forgot about this matter for a moment. He shook his head and said, Mother, I haven't said anything yet. I'll go and say it now. Hua Chunhua nodded and said, Go. Quickly tell Ping'er girl. Your aunt can't be delayed. Liang Jinqiao quickly responded and went to the third branch's room. Chapter 1168. Liang Jinqiao went to Zhao Yun'er and said to Zhao Ping'er, Ping'er, mother wants to discuss something with you. Zhao Ping'er was not in a good mood, so she replied to Liang Jinqiao, discuss what? Ping'er, your aunt is getting married in 2 days. Do you know that? Zhao Ping'er's eyes turned. I know that aunt is getting married, but why is it so soon? Speaking of Zhao Xinhui's marriage, Zhao Ping'er was full of anger. If not for her aunt, her big brother Yuan would not be like that. It was all her aunt's fault. Liang Jinqiao nodded and said, yes, it's quite fast. They are anxious to let your aunt marry into the family, so there's nothing they can do about it. They even sent gifts and money over. Zhao Ping'er pouted, her face full of displeasure. Mother, what has that got to do with me? Liang Jinqiao smiled. Your aunt's marriage has nothing to do with you, but Ping'er, your aunt wants to be more glamorous when she gets married. It's too rushed, and there's no way to order a wedding dress, so she can only borrow your wedding dress to wear. Your grandmother asked me to come over and discuss it with you. After hearing Liang Jinqiao's words, Zhao Ping'er flatly refused. No way, mother. Why should I lend my wedding dress to aunt? I won't do it if it's mine. It would be fine if she lent it to someone else, but Zhao Ping'er bore a deep grudge against Zhao Xinhui. How could she hope for Zhao Xinhui to get married in a glamorous way? Seeing Zhao Ping'er's firm refusal, Liang Jinqiao frowned and appeared to be in a difficult position. Actually, it's not a big deal to lend it to your aunt to wear. This wedding dress can be worn once, and it won't be torn. Besides, if you can't wear it in the future, wouldn't it be a waste to leave it at home? If you lend it to your aunt, she'll probably give you more candy when she returns it to you. Zhao Ping'er still shook her head. No means no. Mother, don't say any more. I won't do anything. In any case, I won't lend it to little aunt. Liang Jinqiao wanted to continue persuading her, but Zhao Ping'er looked impatient. Liang Jinqiao could only sigh. All right, I'll talk to your grandmother about it. It was Zhao Ping'er's belongings, so as her mother, she couldn't force her. Liang Jinqiao knew that Zhao Ping'er held a grudge against Zhao Xinhui. This girl was very stubborn. It would not be easy to convince her. Seeing Liang Jinqiao come out of the house, Hua Chunhua immediately went over. Third daughter-in-law, how are you? What did Ping'er say? Liang Jinqiao sighed and told Hua Chunhua the truth. Mother, Ping'er said she won't lend it to you. I tried to persuade her, but there's nothing I can do. Hua Chunhua glared at Liang Jinqiao unhappily. You're a useless mother. Mother. All right. You asked your own daughter to take something out, but she couldn't get it. Tell me, why did our old Zhao family marry such a useless thing like you? Hua Chunhua became angrier as she spoke, and Liang Jinqiao could only smile awkwardly. Mother, what should we do now that Ping'er won't lend it to you? Little sister's marriage? Liang Jinqiao asked awkwardly. Hua Chunhua glared at Liang Jinqiao. All right, don't pretend in front of me. If you really care about your little sister, you should ask Ping'er to lend it to you. It's not like you're lending it to someone else. We're a family, so why are you so stingy? Chapter 1169. Hua Chunhua's cloudy eyes shifted. If I'm counting on you not to do it, then I'll have to do it. Useless thing. After Hua Chunhua finished scolding Liang Jinqiao, she strode into the house. When she saw Zhao Ping'er, she ordered Zhao Ping'er, Ping'er, you're going to get married soon, so you can't wear your wedding gown. Quickly take it out and let your aunt wear it. Don't hide it and be reluctant to take it out. Zhao Ping'er looked at Hua Chunhua indignantly. What right did her grandma have to order her around? It was as if she owed her something. Shouldn't she be polite when asking her to borrow her wedding gown? How could she be like this? Grandma, seriously, why should I lend it to you? I'm not lending it to you. You wretched girl. Hua Chunhua started scolding her again. What are you talking about? You're lending it to your aunt, not to anyone else. Our Zhao family has raised you for so long, and this is how you treat us? We fed you rice in the past for nothing, and you wasted our food. You didn't get any benefits at all. We raised an ingrate. Zhao Ping'er also glared at Hua Chunhua angrily. Grandma, I didn't waste any food. Aunt ate all the good food at home. I didn't eat anything. Hey, you're getting better at talking. Today, I'd like to see if you're going to lend it to me or not. Hua Chunhua looked like she wanted to fight. When Zhao Ping'er saw this, she did not back down and glared at Hua Chunhua. No, I'm not lending it to you. What's wrong? Good, you little girl. You've grown up, haven't you? If you don't lend it to me, I'll slap your mouth. Liang Jinqiao barged into the house. Seeing that the two of them were about to fight, he hurriedly tried to stop them. Mother, this belongs to Ping-er. There's nothing we can do if you don't lend it to her. Why are you doing this to her? Hua Chunhua pointed at Liang Jinqiao's nose and said, Third daughter-in-law, do you mean that you won't let Ping-er borrow it? You're really protective of her. Mother, I'm just protecting little Ping. I'm just telling the truth. After all, it's not a good idea to attack Ping-er. Mother, just let her try. Do you think I'm afraid of her? Zhao Ping-er said angrily. He also rolled up his sleeves, looking like he wanted to fight with Hua Chunhua. Liang Jinqiao was caught in the middle and could only frown. Mother, come out. I have something to say to you. Liang Jinqiao pulled Hua Chunhua and said. Just say what you have to say. Why can't you say it? Liang Jinqiao asked. Mother, it's not that I can't say it. You can't do it like this. I have other ways. Liang Jinqiao said in a low voice and secretly glanced at Zhao Ping'er, afraid that Zhao Ping'er would be angry. Thus, Hua Chunhua nodded and said, Let's talk outside. Hua Chunhua was curious about Liang Jinqiao's other ways. No matter what, she had to borrow the wedding gown. When the two of them went outside, Liang Jinqiao said to Hua Chunhua, Mother, I don't think it will work with Ping-er. You know that Ping-er is very stubborn. If you force her, she won't give it to you. Hua Chunhua snorted softly and said, It won't work even if you don't have it. You have to borrow it anyway. Third daughter-in-law, what good ideas do you have for dragging me out? Chapter 1170. Why don't you tell your little sister? What are you talking about? Hua Chunhua replied unhappily. Mother, the reason why Ping-er didn't want to see me is because she had a conflict with my little sister, and she doesn't like it. If my little sister can say a few words to Ping-er, use a softer tone, and coax Ping-er, I think Ping-er will agree. Liang Jinqiao said softly to Hua Chunhua. After he finished speaking, he looked at Hua Chunhua's expression, afraid that Hua Chunhua would be unhappy again. Hua Chunhua's brows knitted together, and she looked a little unhappy. Let your little sister coax Ping-er? Hua Chunhua asked. Yes, although Ping-er is very stubborn, she's easy to coax. Mother, didn't Ping-er agree to lend her to Jing-er? Didn't second sister-in-law say some nice words? If this little sister can say a few nice words, who knows, maybe that little lass Ping-er will agree. After listening to Liang Jinqiao's analysis, Hua Chunhua felt that it did make some sense. It's fine, but I'm afraid that your little sister won't agree. You also know that I don't know how to coax that girl. It's good enough that she doesn't piss her off. Oh, Mother, I know. You can try to talk to my little sister first. If it doesn't work, then we'll think of another way. Hua Chunhua could only nod in agreement. Okay, I'll go talk to Hui. Yes, Mother, you can try. Got it, got it. Hua Chunhua replied impatiently, and then went into Zhao Xinhui's room. Zhao Xinhui was eating melon seeds inside. Because young Master Meng had sent some things over these few days, Zhao Xinhui had asked Hua Chunhua to buy a lot of snacks, and he would hide in the room to eat when he had nothing to do. He lived a very happy life. Seeing Hua Chunhua come in, Zhao Xinhui raised his eyebrows and asked Hua Chunhua, Mother, what are you doing in my room? Ping-er is back. Mother just told Ping-er that she wanted to borrow the wedding dress, but she flatly refused. She won't lend it. After hearing Hua Chunhua's words, Zhao Xinhui's brows knitted together. Mother, if she won't lend it to me, what will happen when I get married? I'm here to discuss this with you. Mother, what do you want to discuss with me? Anyway, I don't care. I must wear the wedding dress when I get married, and I must get married in a dignified manner. You can't embarrass me. Zhao Xinhui pouted and exhorted with dissatisfaction. Hua Chunhua quickly nodded. Yes, mother understands. But Ping, can't refuse to lend the wedding dress. Your third sister-in-law wants me to come and tell you. You can go and say a few words to Ping, When the time is up, Ping, should agree. Zhao Xinhui's eyes revealed a bit of disgust. Mother, are you sure? You want me to talk to Ping, Yes, it's okay to say a few words. You won't lose a piece of meat. Hua Chunhua continued to persuade. I won't do it. I don't want to go and coax her. Zhao Xinhui also flatly refused. In the past, it was always Zhao Pinger who coaxed her. When had she ever coaxed Zhao Pinger? If you don't go and coax her, Mother won't have any other ideas. Zhao Xinhui frowned and thought for a moment. Finally she said to Hua Chunhua, Mother, all right, I'll go. Chapter 1171. If it wasn't for the fact that she wanted to marry in a grand manner, she wouldn't have accommodated like this. Seeing that Zhao Xinhui agreed, Hua Chunhua heaved a heavy sigh of relief in her heart. Haha, that's good then. Go ahead and talk to them. Pinger lass is still in the room. Zhao Xinhui spat out a mouthful of melon seed shells on the ground and replied, Got it, mother. After some hesitation, Zhao Xinhui got up and walked towards the third branch's room. Seeing Zhao Xinhui enter, Zhao Pinger glared at Zhao Xinhui with a hostile attitude. What are you doing in here? Who let you in? Get out now. Zhao Ping, pointed at Zhao Xinhui. Zhao Xinhui wasn't angry, but chuckled instead. I say, Ping alas, you're turning your back on me so quickly? You used to chase after youngest aunt every day. You were so attentive. Hearing Zhao Xinhui's words, Zhao Pinger puffed up her cheeks and said to Zhao Xinhui, The past is the past. The present is the present. How is the past different from the present? I say, Pinger lass, isn't it all because of a man? I didn't snatch anything from you. To be honest, I don't care about Qin Yuan, so you don't have to worry. Zhao Xinhui's smile had a hint of contempt and disdain. You. Zhao Ping glared at Zhao Xinhui. Her youngest aunt was too much. Didn't she mean that the man she didn't want and didn't care about was treated like a treasure by her? Ping alas, I'm telling the truth. It's better if you lend me your wedding gown. Isn't it a good thing for you that I'm getting married in a grand manner? Later on, your big brother Yuan won't be able to have any thoughts about me. Shouldn't you be looking forward to that? After Zhao Xinhui finished speaking, she raised her eyebrows. Anyway, she would not coax Zhao Pinger. She could only say these things so that Zhao Pinger would be willing to give her the wedding dress. When Zhao Pinger heard Zhao Xinhui's words, she felt that they made some sense. However, she still insisted on not letting Zhao Xinhui get her wedding gown. He really coaxed her like a fool. If she didn't lend it to him, Zhao Xinhui would still have to marry young Master Meng. If she married him, she would no longer be a threat to her, and Qin Yuan would no longer worry about her. It had nothing to do with whether Zhao Xinhui was glamorous or not when she got married. She didn't believe that her aunt would choose not to get married if she didn't wear a wedding dress when she got married. Auntie, no. Even if I tear it to shreds, I won't lend it to you. Don't even think about it. Zhao Ping raised her chin proudly after she said that. Seeing Zhao Pinger's attitude, Zhao Xinhui didn't want to put herself in a difficult position to beg Zhao Ping. Hence, she said to Zhao Ping, Okay. Forget it if you don't want to lend it to me. Just wait, I have a way to make you lend it to me. With that, Zhao Xinhui turned around and left the room in a huff. Seeing Zhao Xinhui come out, Hua Chunhua went up and asked, what's wrong? Did you manage to borrow it? Zhao Xinhui shook her head and said, Mother, I definitely didn't manage to borrow it. Zhao Pinger is such a miser. What do you think you can borrow from her? Hua Chunhua frowned. What should we do now? Did you coax Pinger just now? Zhao Xinhui continued to shake her head. No, why should I coax her? Should I try to please her by borrowing a wedding gown? Chapter 1172. Mother, Of course I have to wear it. How can I not wear it? That Ping, girl won't lend it to you. Where did you get the wedding gown from? Hua Chunhua continued to ask. Mother, I have my own way. Don't worry, I'll definitely make her lend it to me obediently later. Zhao Xinhui said. Why did a hint of scheming flash through her mind? She didn't believe that he couldn't deal with Zhao Ping. After Zhao Yun finished her lunch, she returned to her house. Mu Lianfeng had eaten on the mountain by himself today and didn't come back. Zhao Yun had originally prepared some food for him, but Mu Lianfeng rejected her. However, in the afternoon, Mu Lianfeng came back from the mountain. Mu Lianfeng walked over to Zhao Yun after she cleaned the pots. He squatted down beside Zhao Yun and said to Zhao Yun, Yun, let me help you wash them. No need, I can do it alone. It's not troublesome to wash them with clean water. Mu Lianfeng looked at the 10 or so ceramic jars in the basin. They were about the size of a bowl, but they were quite exquisite and beautiful. He asked Zhao Yun, what are these used for? To store tea leaves. Is it pretty? As Zhao Yun spoke, she took the cleaned pots out of the basin and dried them under the sun. When the pots were dry, they could store tea leaves. Zhao Yun had only returned with a few samples. The rest were being made in the shop. Today, the shop owner showed her the samples. Zhao Yun thought that they were very good, so she asked the shop owner to make the rest of the pots. Mu Lianfeng glanced at them and nodded with a smile. They look good. Yun, you're really smart. After fiddling with them like this, you'll definitely be able to sell them for a good price. Zhao Yun chuckled. Thinking of the matter of going to the county magistrate's residence today, she turned to Mu Lianfeng and asked, Mu Lianfeng, how old is our de Zhou's emperor this year? Hearing Zhao Yun's sudden question, Mu Lianfeng was slightly stunned. He looked at Zhao Yun with some doubts. So why did you ask this? Nothing. I was just curious and asked casually. Mu Lianfeng didn't think too much about it and said to Zhao Yun, actually our great Zhou country's emperor isn't that old, he's the same age as me. We used to play together when we were young. As Mu Lianfeng spoke, he seemed to be in a trance for a moment, as if he had remembered something. When Zhao Yun heard this, she let out a cry of surprise. Mu Lianfeng asked, Yun, what's wrong? Zhao Yun smiled. Nothing, I'm just curious. Our de Zhou country's emperor is really young. He's actually only in his 20s. Mu Lianfeng chuckled. That's nothing. Could it be that the emperor can't be young? Zhao Yun pursed her lips. That's not it. I just thought that the emperor was old and clumsy. Who knew that he's actually so young? Zhao Yun felt that she had been prejudiced by her first impression. She had watched too many television dramas. In the television dramas she had watched, the emperor was basically very old. The kind that looked like a scheming old fox. However, after Mu Lianfeng said this, Zhao Yun thought of young Master Huang. This young Master Huang. Doesn't his age match? Seeing that Zhao Yun was deep in thought, Mu Lianfeng said, Yun, why are you so curious about the emperor's age? Chapter 1173. Zhao Yun's smile was a bit forced. Mu Lianfeng felt that it shouldn't be that simple, but he couldn't figure out why Zhao Yun would ask this question out of the blue. Perhaps Zhao Yun really was just asking casually. That's right. Does our emperor stay in the palace all day long? He doesn't usually go out? Zhao Yun asked seemingly unintentionally. Mu Lianfeng nodded and said, That's true. His Majesty is usually very busy, so it's very difficult for him to go out. Haha. That's right, Mu Lianfeng. When I went to the county magistrate's residence today, I heard from the county magistrate that a group of ruffians and hooligans were causing trouble. He didn't dare to discipline them because these ruffians and hooligans were backed by the current imperial uncle and imperial concubine Hua. I wonder what the imperial uncle and imperial concubine Hua's identities are? Zhao Yun continued to ask. This sentence was somewhat evasive and didn't mention the trouble she encountered. Zhao Yun was afraid of Mu Lianfeng. If he heard that those ruffians and hooligans were causing trouble at her breakfast stall, she reckoned that Mu Lianfeng wouldn't be able to hold himself back and would go find trouble with those people. If he offended the imperial uncle and imperial concubine Hua, it wouldn't be worth it. Of course, Mu Lianfeng didn't know that something had happened at her breakfast stall. Zhao Yun only said that it was too tiring to set up the breakfast stall, so she wanted to rest. It just so happened that she could earn some money from the tea leaves, so she didn't go to Yang City. Mu Lianfeng believed her. Hearing Zhao Yun say this, Mu Lianfeng's eyes still had a bit of surprise. Looking at Mu Lianfeng's deep expression, it seemed that the imperial uncle and imperial concubine Hua weren't simple. This is complicated to say. Mu Lianfeng told Zhao Yun'er in detail. After Zhao Yun'er heard this, she finally understood what was going on. The entire Great Zhou country was very complicated. It wasn't as peaceful as Zhao Yun'er imagined. And imperial concubine Hua's family, the Hua clan, was very influential in the Great Zhou country. It could be said that the connections of the Hua residents were all over the imperial court. Even the emperor's throne was in the hands of the Hua residents. Although the emperor was the emperor, he did not have much real power in his hands. He was more like a puppet. Speaking of which, the emperor was indeed pitiful. Although he was second only to one person and above tens of thousands of people, only he knew his own helplessness. Because of their influence in the court, the Hua manor was very strong in the Great Zhou country, doing whatever they wanted. Even the emperor didn't dare to casually offend the Hua clan. Therefore, it was normal for a mere deputy county magistrate to not dare to provoke him. When Zhao Yun'er heard this, she sighed inwardly. She felt that the situation was getting out of hand. The imperial uncle and imperial consort Hua were so powerful that not just anyone could offend them. She was just a small peasant woman, yet she was targeted by them and caused trouble. Now there was really no one who could save her. Even if young Master Huang was the current emperor, it wasn't worth offending the imperial uncle and imperial consort Hua for a small peasant woman like her. Moreover, it was just a small breakfast stall. If it was ruined, it would be ruined. As long as these people didn't target her and cause trouble for her, she could actually compromise. She was a person from the 21st century. Although she was particular about the law, she didn't like people who used their power to bully others. Chapter 1174. She didn't ask for much. She just wanted to protect herself, Mu Lianfeng, and Daodu. She didn't want to be disturbed or bullied. If she couldn't even hide from these people, then she really had no other choice. Hi, actually, Your Majesty must be under a lot of pressure. Your relatives are in trouble, you don't have any power, and you have to face the invasion of your enemies. Mu Lianfeng thought for a moment and felt some sympathy for the emperor. Ai. Zhao Yun'er also sighed. It could only be said that everyone had their own helplessness and pressure. The emperor was also a human, but he carried different things on his shoulders. If Huang Gongzi was the emperor, then Huang Gongzi was really pitiful. Zhao Yun'er didn't continue to think about this matter. If she thought too much, it would only add to her worries. In the afternoon, she continued to tend to the tea leaves. On the other side, Zhao Ping'er went to look for Ma Xiaofeng. She looked for Ma Xiaofeng because she had a serious matter to discuss. Ma Xiaofeng was tidying up the courtyard. When she saw Zhao Ping'er coming over, she smiled and asked, "Ping'er Jia, why are you here?" Zhao Ping'er smiled and said, "Xiaofeng, I have something to discuss with you." Haha, then hurry up and sit in the courtyard. Let's sit together and have a good chat. Ma Xiaofeng called out to Zhao Ping'er. Zhao Ping'er smiled and nodded. She went to Ma Xiaofeng's courtyard and sat down. After Zhao Ping'er got married, the two of them didn't have much contact. This time, they finally got together. Seeing that Zhao Ping'er had lost some weight, Ma Xiaofeng pretended to be concerned and asked, "Ping'er Jia, what's wrong with you? Are you having a hard time after getting married?" It would have been better if Ma Xiaofeng didn't mention it. Once she did, Zhao Ping'er felt stifled. Say, getting married is definitely not as good as being at home. How could he treat you like his own daughter? Zhao Ping'er pursed her lips as she spoke. Whenever she thought of her family Qin, she felt terrible. "Little Feng, let's not talk about them anymore," Zhao Ping'er said. Ma Xiaofeng could only respond, "Well, Sister Ping'er, it's not easy for you to come back. You have to be happy. I miss you so much. I'm bored to death at home alone. There's no one to accompany me." Ma Xiaofeng was telling the truth. When she was alone at home, The girls in the village felt that her family's conditions were poor and were too lazy to talk to her. In the past, when Zhao Ping-er wasn't married, she could still talk to Zhao Ping-er. Moreover, Zhao Ping-er was silly and listened to everything she said. It was easier to coax her. Therefore, in front of Zhao Ping-er, Ma Xiaofeng had a sense of existence. Unlike in front of others, Ma Xiaofeng always felt neglected. Zhao Ping-er walked to Ma Xiaofeng and intimately pulled Ma Xiaofeng's hand. "Little Feng, I miss you too." "Really?" "Well, of course it's true. Little Feng, you're my best friend." "Sister Ping, are you too?" Ma Xiaofeng said with a smile. When she was together with Zhao Ping-er, they looked like sisters with deep affection. Ma Xiaofeng teased Zhao Ping-er. "Sister Ping-er, after you got married, did you do that with your husband?" Speaking of this, Zhao Ping-er blushed. "Well, we did." After saying that, Zhao Ping-er lowered her head even more. "Little Feng, this is all thanks to you. If you didn't let me buy that burning passion incense back then, I might not be able to do that with Big Brother Yuan." Chapter 1175. Well, Xiaofeng, that's why I said that you're the best out of everyone. I like to play with you. Zhao Ping-er said shyly. Ma Xiaofeng gave a fake laugh, and she felt some sympathy for Qin Yuan. Such a good-looking man was ruined by an ugly woman like Zhao Ping-er. However, since Qin Yuan married Zhao Ping-er, he should bear this responsibility. The two of them sat in the courtyard of Ma Xiaofeng's house and continued to chat. Zhao Ping-er was married, but Ma Xiaofeng was not. Ma Xiaofeng curiously asked Zhao Ping-er, "Sister Ping-er, can you tell me how your husband felt when he did it?" Seeing Ma Xiaofeng's gossipy look, Zhao Ping-er was slightly stunned, and her face blushed for a moment. She whispered to Ma Xiaofeng, "Xiaofeng, you're too shy to ask me this question. Sister Ping-er, what's the relationship between the two of us? Why are you shy in front of me? It's not like you're talking about this with other people." Ma Xiaofeng said, and then continued to hold Zhao Ping-er's hand and begged, "Sister Ping-er, please tell me. I'm just curious, but I can't ask other people." Zhao Ping-er smiled shyly. "Well, Xiaofeng, since you want to know so much, I can tell you. But you can't tell other people." Ma Xiaofeng quickly nodded and responded, "Don't worry, Sister Ping-er. You can tell me, but you won't tell other people." "That's good." Zhao Ping-er leaned close to Ma Xiaofeng's ear and described in detail what happened that night and how she felt. Ma Xiaofeng, like Zhao Ping-er, started to blush. "Ah, Sister Ping-er, so that's what happened." Zhao Ping-er laughed. "That's right, Xiaofeng, actually. It's quite comfortable. Hee, when you get married you'll know." Speaking of Ma Xiaofeng's marriage, Zhao Ping-er thought of Ma Xiaofeng and Zhao Tianan. She asked Ma Xiaofeng, "Oh right, Xiaofeng, how are you and Tianan? Are the two of you still in your relationship? When are you going to get married? When you and Tianan get married, you can do this too." At the mention of Zhao Tianan, Ma Xiaofeng's eyes darkened, as if she had something on her mind. Zhao Ping-er quickly asked, "Xiaofeng, what's wrong?" "Sister Ping-er, it seems like it's impossible between Tianan and me." Ma Xiaofeng said, feeling even more disappointed. Zhao Ping-er quickly asked, "Why?" "Xiaofeng?" "Say, Sister Ping-er." Ma Xiaofeng sighed, looking very disappointed and helpless. "Xiaofeng, if there's anything, just tell me. Other than me, who else can you tell? If there's anything I can help you with, I'll definitely help you." Zhao Ping-er quickly said. Seeing Ma Xiaofeng like this, Zhao Ping-er felt that something big had happened. "Sister Ping-er, actually, it's nothing, it's just that." "Just what?" "Sister Ping-er, it's not that I don't want to be with Tianan, it's just that Tianan doesn't want to talk to me. I feel that Tianan likes Mu Hin and doesn't like me anymore. Now that I see him and talk to him, he avoids me and looks like he doesn't want to talk to me. Since that's the case, I can't be thick-skinned and get close to him. I haven't seen him for a few days." Chapter 1176. Zhao Ping-er immediately spoke up for Ma Xiaofeng. "How can Tianan fall in love with someone else like this? This is too much." The more Zhao Ping thought about it, the angrier she got. How could this happen? Her younger brother was really a fool. He didn't like Ma Xiaofeng, who was such a good girl. Instead, he fell in love with a shameless woman who even seduced his own brother-in-law. How could a woman like that be worthy of marrying into the Zhao family? Anyway, she was the first to jump out to object. She definitely couldn't let Mu Hin marry into the Zhao family. Moreover, he had already decided that Ma Xiaofeng was his sister-in-law. No other woman was allowed. Sister Ping. You can't say that about Tianan. I think he didn't have a choice. After all, he can't control who he likes. Mu Hin nagged. That won't do. Xiaofeng, don't worry. I'll help you talk to him later. I don't believe that my younger brother can't understand. Also, that bitch Mu Hin is really shameless. She only knows how to seduce people after coming to our village. Now, she's even thinking about my Tianan. Zhao Ping huffed angrily. There was a trace of jealousy in her eyes. Zhao Ping was still brooding when she thought about Mu Hin. Ma Xiaofeng pursed her lips and said to Zhao Ping Sister Ping it's not that simple. Why? Sister Ping Tianan's heart has changed, so it's not something that can be resolved with just a few words. When a person's heart has changed, it can't be changed. No matter what others say, it's probably useless. Ma Xiaofeng said dejectedly. That was what she thought in her heart. Her intuition told her that Zhao Tianan had changed his heart and liked Mu Hin. Otherwise, Zhao Tianan's attitude wouldn't have changed so quickly. If he really liked her in his heart, even if there was a matter of 50 taels of silver between them, it was not impossible to reconcile. She believed that as long as Zhao Tianan was willing, he would work hard in this direction and work hard to be with her. Zhao Ping sighed behind Ma Xiaofeng. If that didn't work, then he would have to think of another way. Zhao Ping's eyes turned. Xiaofeng, if that's the case, then we have to think of a way. Ma Xiaofeng raised her head and looked at Zhao Ping. Sister Ping, what should we do? Think of a solution? Do you think you can change heaven's mind? Ma Xiaofeng was looking forward to it. During this period of time, in addition to Zhao Tianan, she had also been looking for other men. But after searching for a long time, she still felt that Zhao Tianan was the most suitable. After all, it wasn't easy to find a man like Zhao Tianan in a village, and it wasn't easy to find one. Zhao Ping pondered for a while, then said to Ma Xiaofeng, Xiaofeng, since it's hard to change Tianan's mind in a short period of time, why don't we cook the rice and let Tianan marry you directly? This way won't Mu Hin have no chance. Zhao Ping said it matter-of-factly and didn't think there was anything wrong with it. Ma Xiaofeng suddenly blushed and looked at Zhao Ping shyly. She said to Zhao Ping, Sister Ping, this isn't a good idea. Zhao Ping then persuaded Ma Xiaofeng, Xiaofeng, there's nothing wrong with this. In order to keep Tianan, we have to think of a special way. Don't tell me you want to give Tianan to someone else? Ma Xiaofeng shook her head. No, I don't want to. Chapter 1177. Ma Xiaofeng was silent for a moment, as if she was hesitating. When Zhao Ping saw this, she felt anxious for Ma Xiaofeng and hurriedly tried to persuade her. I say, Xiaofeng, don't hesitate. Do you want to be with my brother or not? After being pressed by Zhao Ping, Ma Xiaofeng lowered her head and bit her lower lip. Sister Ping, of course I want to. Zhao Ping patted Ma Xiaofeng's shoulder and said to Ma Xiaofeng, Xiaofeng, since you want to be with my brother, then listen to me. Sister Ping, is this really okay? Zhao Ping laughed and said, Yes, of course it's okay. Xiaofeng, you have to know that if something happens between a man and a woman, the man has to take responsibility. My Tianan is not a shameless person. If he does it with you, he will definitely take responsibility for you. After hearing Zhao Ping say this, Ma Xiaofeng was also plotting in her heart whether it was okay or not. In fact, she had heard Zhao Ping's words. If she did it with Zhao Tianan would not go back on his word. Moreover, Zhao Tianan used to like her, so he would not be so ruthless. She also understood Zhao Tianan very well. He was not a heartless person. However, if she really did that, she was not sure what the people in the village would say. If people found out, they would definitely say that she did not behave properly. These words were not pleasant to hear, and she did not want her actions to cause gossip in the village. The villagers were like this. There were many gossipy old women who liked to criticize and nag about other people's affairs from time to time. Ma Xiaofeng was conflicted. She weighed the pros and cons in her heart. Should she do this? Was it worth it? Seeing that Ma Xiaofeng was still conflicted, Zhao Ping'er was very anxious. She said to Ma Xiaofeng, "Xiaofeng, if you continue like this, my brother will really be taken away by that woman Mu Hin. Don't regret it then. I've already helped you to this extent. Why can't you think it through?" Ma Xiaofeng opened her mouth and looked at Zhao Ping'er's anxious face. In the end, she made up her mind and said to Zhao Ping'er, "Sister Ping'er, I'll listen to you. For Tianan, I can do anything." Ma Xiaofeng was afraid that if she did this, she would not be able to do it. She could not possibly regret it in the future. Seeing that Ma Xiaofeng nodded in agreement, Zhao Ping'er heaved a heavy sigh of relief. "Xiaofeng, it's good that you can think it through. I'm just afraid that you can't think it through." Ma Xiaofeng frowned and said to Zhao Ping'er, "But Sister Ping'er, how can we do it? Tianan is ignoring me now. I don't have the chance." Zhao Ping'er was silent for a moment. She was also thinking about this problem. After thinking about it, she said to Ma Xiaofeng, "Xiaofeng, since we can't do it by force, we can think of a way. How about this?" Zhao Ping'er discussed her plan with Ma Xiaofeng. It was nothing more than a trap for Zhao Tianan. Zhao Ping'er would first drug Zhao Tianan, then tell Zhao Tianan that something had happened to her family. She would then trick Zhao Tianan into going to the little forest. After Zhao Tianan went over, the drug would probably start to take effect. Ma Xiaofeng would then wait in the forest and pretend to quietly bump into him. Under the influence of the drug, Zhao Tianan would not be able to control himself and would definitely make a move on Ma Xiaofeng. In this way, the two of them would have sex. After sex, Zhao Tianan would not be able to deny it even if he wanted to. Chapter 1178. She was simply too quick-witted. How could she think of such a good idea? Her younger brother would not be able to escape from Ma Xiaofeng's clutches if she dealt with him this way. As for that Mu Hin, he would be far away in the future, so there was no need to worry about him. After hearing Zhao Ping'er's words, Ma Xiaofeng could not help but blush. She was a little embarrassed. After all, she was a girl and was a little reserved and shy. Older sister Ping'er, is this really okay? Won't there be any accidents? Zhao Ping'er patted her chest and promised, "Xiaofeng, don't worry. There won't be any accidents. Trust me. Anyway, when the time comes, as long as Tianan touches you, he will have to take responsibility for you. If you can get pregnant immediately, won't my family have to carry you back in a palanquin with 8 carriers?" Ma Xiaofeng responded shyly, "All right then. Older sister Ping'er, I'll listen to your arrangements." After the two of them chatted for a while, Zhao Ping'er pulled Ma Xiaofeng and said to Ma Xiaofeng, "Xiaofeng, come to my house. I'll ask my mother to teach you how to make breakfast." Ma Xiaofeng was slightly taken aback. She looked at Zhao Ping'er in confusion and asked Zhao Ping'er, "Older sister Ping'er, ask your mother to teach me how to make breakfast? Why?" Zhao Ping'er smiled and said, "Xiaofeng, do you still remember what we talked about setting up a stall?" Ma Xiaofeng nodded heavily in response. Of course she remembered. She was still thinking about it in her heart. However, Zhao Ping'er did not give any response. She could not chase Zhao Ping'er to ask about it. "Older sister Ping'er, don't tell me you have money?" Zhao Ping'er shook her head. "I don't have money now. However, I'll go back and discuss it with my in-laws. If we can set up a stall and earn more money, they will definitely agree." "Oh. Then older sister Ping'er, talk to them properly. They won't be stupid and agree. Xiaofeng, don't worry. We will be able to set up a stall and earn money very soon. Also Xiaofeng, let me tell you a piece of good news." Ma Xiaofeng looked up at Zhao Ping'er and asked in confusion, "Older sister Ping'er, what's the good news? Hurry up and tell me." Xiaofeng, Zhao Yun'er's breakfast stall was smashed by someone. So, of course, Xiaofeng to sets to buy a stall. Xiaofeng, Xiaofeng aises to eat to Xiaofeng. Now that Zhao Ping'er's stall is gone, it's a good opportunity for us. We can't miss it. Ma Xiaofeng's eyes lit up when she heard Zhao Ping'er's words. Older sister Ping. You're so smart. Ma Xiaofeng was not stingy with her praise. This came from the bottom of her heart. For the first time, she felt that Zhao Ping'er was still useful. She wasn't so stupid as to be able to think of this. Zhao Ping'er smiled. Of course, Xiaofeng. In order to make money, of course we have to be smart. Otherwise, how can we make money? Ma Xiaofeng nodded heavily. Older sister Ping, let's hurry up and learn. The sooner we set up the stall, the sooner we can earn money. Zhao Ping'er smiled and responded. Then, she took Ma Xiaofeng's hand and the two of them walked towards old Zhao's house. Zhao Ping'er and Liang Jinqiao had discussed this before. They wanted Liang Jinqiao and Ma Xiaofeng to make breakfast. Liang Jinqiao felt that it was nothing and agreed. Mu Chuanfeng's reaction made it seem as if the breakfast stall belonged to his family. His heart ached terribly. When Zhao Ping'er saw Mu Chuanfeng's reaction, the corner of her mouth twitched. She asked Mu Chuanfeng, "Mother, what's wrong with this?" You lass. If your family's breakfast stall was destroyed, wouldn't you have no money in the future? Then what are you going to do? When that happens, your maternal family won't have any money to supplement you. The more Mu Chuanfeng thought about it, the more frustrated he felt. He kept muttering in his heart, "It's over, it's over." If the third branch could not earn money, then they would definitely not be able to give it to Zhao Ping'er. He was still hoping that Zhao Ping'er could earn more money from her maternal family to supplement their family. Now it seemed like it was impossible. Chapter 1180. Mu Chuanfeng felt stifled and looked at Zhao Ping'er with disdain. How unlucky! If Zhao Yun'er's breakfast stall had been smashed earlier, she wouldn't have allowed Zhao Ping'er to marry into the family. It was too late to say all these now. Mu Chuanfeng glared at Zhao Ping'er fiercely and almost chased Zhao Ping'er out of the door. Zhao Ping'er felt a little strange and said to Mu Chuanfeng, "Mother, if my family doesn't get any subsidies, then so be it. We can earn money." Mu Chuanfeng looked at Zhao Ping'er in confusion and said, "Earn money? I say, Ping'er, you're not dreaming, are you? How can money be earned so easily?" Zhao Ping'er smiled and said, "Mother, I don't know why you're so sad when you heard that my mother's breakfast stall had been smashed. Actually, this is a good thing. That breakfast stall was set up by my younger sister and most of the money was taken away by my younger sister. Now that it has been smashed, she must have offended someone. She can't set it up now, but we can set it up. When the time comes, we can rent a stall and sell breakfast like my younger sister. We'll definitely earn money. Mother, I've already asked my mother to teach me how to make breakfast. The taste will be the same as theirs. If their business can be good, why can't ours be good too?" After Zhao Ping'er finished speaking, Mu Chuanfeng's eyes turned and felt that Zhao Ping'er's words made some sense. "Ping'er girl, is what you said true?" Mu Chuanfeng quickly asked. "Of course it's true. Mother, if we set up a stall, we'll definitely earn a lot of money. When the time comes, our family Qin will have a good life." Zhao Ping'er said proudly. Mu Chuanfeng thought about the time when he went to Yang City and saw the business of Zhao Yun'er's breakfast stall. It could be said that Zhao Yun'er's breakfast stall's business was very good. In a day, they would earn at least 1 tael of silver. If their family's business was the same as that stall, no, even half of it would be very profitable. Their family Qin was now living in poverty and desperately wanted to get rich and improve their lives. So to them, this was indeed an opportunity. Zhao Ping'er saw Mu Chuanfeng's thoughtful expression and seemed to be moved, so she quickly continued, "Mother, when the time comes, we'll be able to set up our stall and make money, we can eat meat every day. And we can even build a big house and not be squeezed in the small room like we are now. When we become a rich family in the village, I'm sure everyone will come to curry favor with us." After Zhao Ping'er finished speaking, Mu Chuanfeng was really moved and said to Zhao Ping'er, "All right, Ping'er girl, let's set up a breakfast stall too." But mother, what's wrong, Ping'er girl? Mother, setting up a breakfast stall requires capital. When the time comes,
We'll need money to rent a stall. But I don't have it with me. Can you take out my dowry? When it came to Zhao Ping'er's dowry, Mu Chunfeng frowned, obviously not very willing. What? Take out your dowry? Yes, mother, if we want to make money, we have to invest capital. Without capital, how can we make money? Zhao Ping'er continued to persuade Mu Chunfeng, afraid that Mu Chunfeng would disagree. You're tuning in to the Xueqi's Martial Arts Saga YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.